Washita Baptist. It'll be number 10, Augustana, visiting Southwest Minnesota State. Minnesota State, out of Mankato, number 8 in the country, will go on the road to Wayne State of Nebraska. It's number 2, Harding, playing host to Arkansas Monticello. Number 12, Northwest Missouri State, playing host to the Nebraska Kearney Lopers. It'll be West Virginia State at number 4, West Florida. Number 5, Western Colorado. Big matchup in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, playing host to Colorado Mines. It's number 24, Newberry, entertaining Emory and Henry. West Texas A&M will visit number 18, Texas Permian Basin. It's number 7, Central Washington, on the road at Midwestern State in Texas. And finally, number 20, Angelo State, will visit Sol Ross, also in the state of Texas. That's a look at the D2Football.com top 25 scoreboard. Of course, this coming week, the first NCAA Division II regional rankings. There'll be an alphabetical order, but we'll know who, at least right now, the top 10 teams are in the region come Monday afternoon.
So things are going to, again, continue to sort themselves out, but a lot of football left to be played. But at least with this first alphabetical regional rankings, the teams will get a chance to see where they are in terms of at least the initial picture of what things are going to look like as the playoff race is getting closer and closer to reality.
Fans still coming in here to Top Taggart Field as we see the Ferris State Marching Band down on the field performing. They'll perform at halftime as well, part of the Hungry Howie's halftime show. The Bulldog fans down below us have already filled the home grandstand, the student section full as well. And the Lakers starting to fill that visitor side across the field. Yeah,
you can see starting to fill in quite a bit over there on that visiting side, and more fans are certainly making their way in here. And boy, I tell you what, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes to make events like this possible. And fans again are continuing to work their way into the stadium, but there are not going to be very many empty seats, if any, left, unless some people choose to be standing on their feet to watch this game.
Ferris State and Grand Valley State to match up here in the Anchorbone Classic as the Bulldogs looking to hold on to first place in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference standings with a win here today over the Lakers. Of course, a loss today could potentially eliminate Grand Valley State from playoff consideration. So, that's kind of weighing in the back of the Laker minds.
There's no question. I mean, I think they're looking at it right now, and a third loss with the way that we think, a lot of people think things are going to shape up, could be devastating for them.
The fans starting to rise here in Big Rapids for the alma mater, followed by the national anthem as well. We'll take a 2-minute break. Back with more pregame coverage as we count it down to kickoff right here on Sunny 97.3.
Let's hear it one more time for your Ferris State University Bulldog Marching Band and Fighting Bulldogs.
And welcome back, everyone, to Ferris State football coverage. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you live right here on Sunny 97.3, the Bulldogs Sports Network, and of course on FloCollege as well, with video coverage today, courtesy of the Ferris State television and digital media production crew. And the Bulldogs back in the locker room. Won't be long before both teams make their way back to the playing surface. Sandy, some keys here for the Bulldogs if they find a way and hope to win this Anchorbone Classic.
Well, I think one key is you have to make Grand Valley one-dimensional, Rob. You have to continue. Grand Valley's really struggled running the football consistently this year. I think the Bulldogs have to let that struggle continue, force Grand Valley to be more one-dimensional in terms of their offensive attack, try to force them to hit big passes. Now, the thing is they do have some talent at receiver. They have a couple of really good receivers, and, they're going to try to get the ball into those guys' hands as much as they can while still trying to keep the Bulldogs at least somewhat honest with the running game. So that's going to be important. Bulldogs have to really take care of the football, particularly early in this game. You cannot have early turnovers. You know, we mentioned the two games that the Bulldogs lost a couple of years ago in Grand Valley. And in the second game, the playoff game, the Bulldogs had a turnover right off the bat, and that really kind of put Grand Valley in a good position early. So avoiding not only turnovers, but particularly early turnovers is going to be really important. And I think offensively, the Bulldogs' offensive line has to be dominant in this contest. They have to really assert themselves, and that's why it's so great to know that Big Jarvis Wyndham is going to be in that lineup, because he's going to be really important. And a bonus key for the Bulldogs, Grand Valley's offensive line at times has not been maybe what they're normally accustomed to at GB, and so I think our defensive line has to help that at least continue for at least one more game.
The eyes of the country right now on this matchup here today between Ferris State and Grand Valley State. Near sellout crowd expected, somewhere around the neighborhood of 10,000 fans here at Top Taggart Field today, much like we saw back in 2022 when the Lakers last came to town. The student section packed. We see the fans already lining the hill to the south here at Top Taggart Field, and won't be long before there's not an empty seat here in the stadium this afternoon.
Not only might not be an empty seat, there might not be empty space along the fence to be able to look at this game. So they're almost a couple deep right here at the fence in the student section at least, and it's going to continue to fill up here because, people are just now, we're still technically about 9 minutes away before they really work to get those parking lots clear and to move people here into the stadium. And so as full as this stadium is getting right now, it's going to be even more full in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Busy weekend for Ferris State Athletics. Bulldogs soccer got a big win yesterday over Michigan Tech, 3-0. We had a great event last night, Dogs After Dark, with the Ferris State basketball teams kind of still in the show at Wink Arena as they gear up for the season. Of course, on Thursday night, Bulldog volleyball got a big win over Davenport as they run their winning streak to double digits. They'll look for another one tonight, 5 o'clock against Purdue Northwest. And we hope Bulldog hockey can get back on track tonight against Michigan Tech as they fell last night in their CCHA opener. Bulldog cross-country teams also in action at the GLIAC Championships here today, but a lot of the Ferris State fans, regardless of where they're at and which team they're following, they've got their eyes on this one here today. As this has the eyes of not only the country in terms of Division II football and the landscape, but certainly the alumni bases of Ferris State and Grand Valley.
Oh, it is, and my Facebook feed with me knowing, and I'm sure yourself too, knowing so many football alums from over the decades, and a lot of them, posting their throwback photos of them in their Bulldog uniform and wishing the team good luck. Even Josh Hepner, whose son plays at Michigan Tech, he posted a throwback. So Josh Hepner, I don't know if you're listening to us, Big Josh, but I know you're excited about your son playing against Michigan Tech because they're playing in a rivalry game at Northern Michigan, but he's also rooting for the Bulldogs. So for Big Josh, it's go Bulldogs and go Huskies, and I'm sure a lot of Bulldog fans who cannot be here with us, maybe listening to us, maybe following live stats, they are also rooting for the Bulldogs, and I'm sure Grand Valley alums are likewise rooting for their Lakers.
The captains started to make their way from the new inflatable Bulldog head over on the opposite side of the field, and hopefully we didn't jinx Coach Anise today. He mentioned he doesn't traditionally do interviews the day of a game, but went and did one today for D1 Rejects with the live show out here in the parking lot. He also said this was the first time he's had to walk from the sports complex to Top Taggart Field. He traditionally finds a place to park somewhere around here, but had to make the walk today with all the traffic that was lined up early on.
Yeah, that traffic is intense. So Coach Anise had to change up his routine in a couple of different ways. And That's really great to see him do that interview. Coach Scott Wooster did that interview as well. Bulldogs are going to be the first team to take the field. I can see Grand Valley's team making its way out of the rear of the Student Recreation Center. They'll be following close behind the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs starting to gather under the Bulldog head, and here they come, the nation's #1 ranked Bulldogs for the Anchor Bowl Classic here at Top Taggart Field. The pink smoke flying here today as the Bulldogs come to the home side to a thunderous round of applause from the fans below us.
Yeah, great reception here for the Bulldogs here as that smoke flying in the air going toward the east as the Bulldogs make their way on the field. Great reception for the Bulldogs as they take the surface here at Top Taggart.
They're greeted by the marching band and the cheer team as well as Ferris State gets ready to face GVSU.
So Bulldogs right now making their way onto the field, and as I mentioned, Grand Valley close behind here as they're going to work their way through the red smoke here as the Lakers will soon be taking the field. The Grand Valley marching band, or at least a portion of their marching band, is here in the stadium, so they will be greeted to a rendition, I'm sure, of their fight song here as the officials also making their way onto the field that were with the Grand Valley team. And come the Lakers in the black helmet, the white uniforms, the white tops, the white pants, blue numbers outlined in black.
And they're going to get, I'm sure, their share of boos from the home side as they walk over on the far side next to the Laker fans down that Lakers sideline. Grand Valley State, of course, beat the Bulldogs last time they played here in 2022. The Bulldogs last year were a 34-7 winner over the Lakers in Allendale behind the play of Trinidad Chambliss, who, of course, has became the starting quarterback at Ole Miss. The Bulldogs, though, have a pretty good replacement, Wyatt Bauer, the redshirt freshman, who's already making a name for himself.
Yeah, Wyatt has really stepped in really well, and I tell you what, great example to learn from in Trinidad Chambliss. And for our fans that got a chance to check out the D1 Reject show when Coach Anise was on there, he mentioned that he got a text message, a very supportive text message from Trinidad Chambliss, wishing the Bulldogs good luck in this big game against Grand Valley. And you know, Trinidad is certainly happy for the success of Wyatt Bauer following in his footsteps.
We'll take a 60-second timeout as they get ready for the coin flip. This has been the Johnson Automotive Pregame Show. Kickoff next when we return right here in 60 seconds on the Bulldog Sports Network and Sunny 97.3. Sandy Golston with you here as Grand Valley State has won the toss, it looks like, and deferred, which probably means we'll see the Bulldog offense here first to start this football game.
So Grand Valley, as you mentioned, does win the toss, and they want to go on defense first. So the Bulldogs will win. They will be going left to right across your radio dial. If you're in the stadium, they'll be going north to south.
Of course, the coin flip presented by Schuberg's Insurance. Tyler Schuberg down on the field, and the honorary captain here today for the Bulldogs flipping the coin, John Sontag, one of the all-time leading tacklers here at Ferris State history, trying to get the fans pumped up.
Repping the number 61. Great to see Sheriff Sontag out there, and you know, he is a big Bulldog supporter. Where the Bulldogs play, you know that John's not going to be too far away, and great to see him out there continuing to support the Bulldogs after all these years, all these decades.
Going to be Grand Valley State to kick off. It looks like from the south end here at Top Taggart Field. The Bulldogs will return from the north, expected back deep. It looks like it'll be Tariq Brett and Brady Rose. No changes here on the return unit here for Ferris State as the Bulldogs looking to move to 8-0 on the year if they could get past Grand Valley State here today. More importantly, the Bulldogs hope to stay unbeaten in the GLIAC after this contest is all said and done.
Well, not only looking to stay unbeaten, but you know, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourselves. But as we mentioned earlier, knowing that those regional rankings are coming up, you certainly want to continue to put yourself in as strong a position as possible. And the Bulldogs have done that so far. And the goal, obviously, is to continue that effort here as the officials break huddle here when we are technically 1 minute away from kickoff here. But I think both of these two teams are ready to get out here as the Laker kicking team already taking the field and getting ready to set that tee down.
So the Bulldogs will come out here as the return unit gets set here for Ferris State. Grand Valley State to kick off from right to left as we look down at the playing surface here today. As it'll be Brady Rose to the far side, Tariq Brett back to the near side here next to the Ferris State sideline here on the return as GVSU will put the ball on the tee, and the kicker here today for Grand Valley State to kick this one off will be Matthew Basic here for the Lakers, and he's a pretty good kicker here for GVSU.
Yes, he is, and they have historically had really good kickers, and he is no different in that tradition for Grand Valley.
So the Bulldogs set here as we get ready for the opening kick of the Anchorbone Classic, and we are underway as the Lakers will drive this one here, and it's going to roll out of play, flag thrown, and the Bulldogs will get pretty good field position here to start as the Lakers could not keep it in play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Lakers just did not want to mess around with the Bulldogs return team, but that one went out of bounds. And I'll tell you, when I was down on the field after the Michigan Tech game getting ready to interview Coach Anise and some of the players, including Tariq Brett, one of the Michigan Tech coaches said, there's no way we were going to kick to you in that game. And I think maybe Tariq's reputation continues to precede itself.
Tariq Brett will line up here in the slot to the near side along with Cam Underwood as the Bulldogs have Brady Rose to the far side along with Tay Boyd. It'll be Carson Golker lined up in the offensive backfield here for Ferris State as Bauer will keep it here off the right side. The Bulldogs trying to get some yardage here before he's driven backwards. Picked up 4 here to the 39-yard line on the opening play.
Yeah, great work there by the Bulldogs. Just got a little bit of power going there on the right side. And good surge up front, and obviously that's what you expect when you run behind Tim and Bob Anderson over there on the right side.
I mentioned the Bulldogs playing minus Zach Ahern. His backup, Kevell Cooper, has also been out with an injury here for Ferris State. A little short-handed here in the offensive backfield as Golker lines up here as the H-back to the right side. He'll shift back into the backfield here to the left side of Bauer. Rose in motion. Wyatt fakes the give. Reverse here to the near side to Tariq Brett. Brett turns inside and kind of tripped over one of the players right here to the near side, a little bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs had Grand Valley fooled just for a second, but give the Lakers credit defensively. They did a pretty good job of recovering. That, against most teams, would have been a pretty easy first down.
Ferris State has it 3rd and 2 here from the 43. Tariq will shift into the backfield here to the right side of Bauer as Rose moves in motion here to the short side. Wyatt, the quick rollout here, finds Golker. He's got the first down, lowers the boom, and gets it down inside the Laker 35.
That's not a normal converted quarterback right there. Is Carson Golker showing that strength there. And the Bulldogs are going to get creative in how they use Carson Golker in this game with Zach Ahern out for this team, as well as Kevell Cooper. So you're going to see probably a lot of different ways that the Bulldogs are going to continue to use Carson Golker.
This Laker defense has been their strong suit here this season, but the Bulldogs have it in Laker territory here at the Grand Valley State 32. Bauer in the gun, quick snap here. We'll give it off to Tariq up the middle, and Brett gets it down inside the 30 to about the 27 here on a pickup of 5 here on first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Grand Valley is going to have to do a better job on first down. Bulldogs have really gashed them with the running game on first down. You get that kind of production on first down, that really opens a lot of things up in your playbook on 2nd and 3rd.
So Bauer has the offense set here on the right side hash. Twins out wide to the far side with Brady Rose and Tay Boyd. Underwood and Brett back to the near side as Tariq will move in motion. He'll get it on the sweep, tries to cut back inside, and nothing doing as the Lakers stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by that defensive front here for GVSU in the whites.
Yeah, Grand Valley has a lot of speed that they can use. Bulldogs have had the power edge so far on this drive, but good job by Grand Valley to use their speed to get to the edge, not let Tariq turn that corner and get upfield. But the Bulldogs in the 3rd down.
Call it 3rd and 6 from back near the 28-yard line as Jarvis Wyndham, the center, will stand over the football here for Ferris State. Bauer with the empty backfield. Rose lined up in the slot to the right, moves in motion. Wyatt looking to throw, quick throw, pulled down here by Tariq Brett. Tariq one-on-one to the 10, 5, Tariq Brett to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Great job there by Tariq Brett. I tell you what, not to be denied. He just found his way into that end zone, and he used that speed. And Rob, once he gets into the open field, he is so dangerous with the football.
Tariq Brett off the feed from Wyatt Bauer, and the Bulldogs strike early as Ferris State takes the initial lead here on GVSU.
Yeah, great job there by Tariq with the extension to go up and get that football there. He was able to pluck that one, it seems like, out of the sky, then made a great move on Jason Hardy to be able to kind of level him off and get past him for a huge touchdown for Ferris State. The extra point is up and good, and the Bulldogs have a 7-0 lead here in this game. Great to see the Bulldogs really get off to a good start. Good mix of plays with the Bulldogs being able to run the ball with power inside, particularly off the right side with Tim and Bob Anderson, and then able to mix in the passing game right there. And Bulldogs also were very effective on third down. So great job there by the Bulldogs all the way around.
Ferris State strikes here early, and that's brought the crowd to life here right away as the Bulldogs score down to the right side in the near corner as we look down at the field, and there's a lot of Ferris State fans lining the end zone here to the right of us.
Yeah, those fans that are still making their way into the stadium, I was like, that's got to be the way that they want to come into the stadium. Fans are already packing the hill here in the southeast corner of the stadium and working their way around. Still a few seats left there on the visiting side, but only because people have chosen not to necessarily sit. They would rather stand.
Ferris State football brought to you by Cranker's Restaurant and Brewery. Bulldog fans, keep the good times going after the game at Cranker's Brewery right here in downtown Big Rapids. The taste of victory as Mitch Middleton will kick it away. This one going to be fielded back inside the 10 here for GVSU as the Bulldogs trying to make the stop and good coverage downfield here as the Lakers will start at about the 27-yard line on the return from Lynn Weichel here for the Lakers.
Yeah, Lynn Weichel, very dangerous player that the Bulldogs are going to be keeping their eye on throughout this game. He is a guy that can make some big plays for them, and we heard a little bit of that while we were listening to their game last week. Bulldogs 6 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Wyatt Bauer to Tariq Brett from 28 yards out.
Jalen Jones will get the start here for Ferris State as the Bulldogs will line up in that 4-2 look here against GVSU as Andrew Schuster will be the starting quarterback here for Grand Valley. A redshirt freshman, Adam McComb. He's got a man left side here in the offensive backfield. Here on first down, the Lakers fake the give. Schuster to throw, and incomplete. Pretty good coverage by Justin Payout. J-Pay not able to maybe make the play to bat the ball away, but had pretty good blanket coverage.
Yeah, Grand Valley fans, I think, initially wanted maybe pass interference, but J-Pay timed that one pretty perfectly, and that ball a little high as the Bulldogs. Pretty good coverage right there.
Stanley Lambert and Tim Allen are the defensive ends here for Ferris State. Caleb Davis and Marquis Jones starting inside here for the Bulldogs with Nolan Ziegler and Isaiah Byers, the two linebackers here in the box for Ferris State. College 2nd and 10. The Lakers will give it off on the right side, and a good spin move here out across the 30 to about the 34-yard line here for Sion Uzma Harper, the senior out of North Chicago who's been around this Laker program for some time.
That's got to be pretty encouraging for Grand Valley as their run game has struggled at times this year, but they were able to get an escort there, and Bulldogs had a chance for a tackle maybe about 2 yards back, could not make it. 3rd and short.
Bulldog defense trying to get off the field here on 3rd and call it 3 for Grand Valley at the Laker 34. Harper shifts to the right side here as Schuster in the gun for GVSU as he'll motion out now to the wide side. Schuster looking to throw, screen pass set up, and it was blown up by the Bulldogs as they were looking here for Grand Valley to the short receiver in Weichel, and he took a hit right there. It's 4th down coming up.
Yeah, they had Uzma Harper out of the backfield. That might have been a better decision, but it looks like they were really locked in on the screen. He did look over to Uzma Harper for a second. Bulldogs, so much traffic right there. Actually, that was closer to his offensive lineman than it was to a receiver.
Going to be Brady Rose back deep here for Ferris State as GVSU gets set to punt this one away as Grand Valley State's punter, Trace Hergich, a very good one as well. Another veteran here for the Lakers on special teams. He gets off a good kick here.
Punt.
High punt, going to be fielded by Rose back inside his own 15 and kind of tripped up here. And a nice play made here on special teams by Grand Valley. The Bulldogs will have to start at their own 12.
Yeah, that punt not only had the distance, but also the hang time there allowed the coverage team to get down there. And Brady did not make a fair catch and was going to try to make a play, but good job by the coverage team to get down there on top of him really quickly and able to trip him up.
Mancino's Pizza, proud partner of the Bulldogs. Show your student ID for 10% off. Thank you to Mancino's Pizza of Big Rapids. As Wyatt Bauer will get the offense set for receivers in the formation with Golker lined up to the right as the H here for Ferris State. Wyatt to throw, has all kinds of time, looking over the top for Tay Boyd. And the receiver had kind of slipped and fell, but the ball not quite able to make it to Boyd and incomplete.
That was almost a jog touchdown right there if he would have been able to get his hands, get the gloves on that one there. Bulldogs, great protection right there. Great pocket for Wyatt, and boy, oh boy, just missed.
I mentioned Jarvis Wyndham does make the start today for Ferris State as Jeremiah Lee will check in here in the slot for Ferris State. Wyndham did not practice a couple days we were out here this week, but he's good to go here on game day. You knew a senior wasn't going to miss a game like this for the Bulldogs.
He is a game day guy and certainly not wanting to miss this one.
2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs off the left side hash. As Bauer faces a 5-man front here for Grand Valley. It'll be Wyatt on the keeper here to the right side and lowers it forward here as he gets it out to about the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down coming up here for the Bulldogs. And about, looks like 5 yards to go here for Ferris State. They'll give him 5 on the carry.
Yeah, easing up that 3rd down here a little bit. You can see Bulldogs good push up front there as Grand Valley seeing the Bulldogs create a little bit of a wedge for Wyatt to run that football.
Dane Arnett, Ben Pristula, Jarvis Wyndham, Bob Anderson, and Tim Anderson from left to right on the offensive line here for the number 1 ranked Bulldogs. Ferris State with 12 on the play clock as Rose will shift right. Cam Underwood lined up to the left for Ferris State, and a timeout going to be called here as I think Coach Anise did not like the way that was lining up for Ferris State and the time it was taking. So the Bulldogs will use a early timeout here with 10:18 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, they were having trouble getting the formation to where Coach wanted it. We can hear some of our coaches here a couple of booths over from us, and I think Coach Neese is going to take that timeout just to make sure we're all on the same page here with what is an interesting, if not big, 3rd down here for the Bulldogs. Is Grand Valley, if they can hold the Bulldogs here, stands a chance of maybe getting some better field position, some more advantageous field position.
Ferris State football live today, presented here on the Bulldogs Sports Network by Granger Construction, the presenting sponsor of today's Anchorbone Classic. We see the Granger Construction crew down in the north end zone. Of course, that was recently renovated, just opened the last home game here as the turf has been laid inside the track in the north end zone. And a nice vantage point for that crew, doing great work on the Residence Hall right behind them here at Top Tiger Field.
Yeah, that thing is going up really, really fast, and certainly appreciate their great work and their support of Ferris State and vice versa.
Big 3rd down play here for Ferris State offensively as Bauer has the offense lined up. Power look to the right with 2 receivers to the left against that 5-man Laker front. Rose will shift left, and now a flag thrown, and it'll be some movement here against the Bulldogs, and false start called here against Ferris State.
Yeah, that definitely changes the complexion of, I'm guessing, of what the Bulldogs wanted to do right there. Is 3rd down now going to be 3rd and 5, now going to be 3rd and 10.
Ferris State leads it 7-0. 5 minutes almost gone by here in the first quarter at Top Tiger Field as Bauer will send Rose back in motion. Brett will move out wide to the right side here for Ferris State with 14 on the play clock. Wyatt with the empty backfield. 4 receivers in the formation here for Ferris State. Bauer looking to throw, rolls out right side, looking upfield here. Rose might have been held. The Bulldogs wanted the flag, and they did not get it.
He was being grabbed by the back of his jersey at the shoulder pads there for probably about 4 or 5 yards. No call, and officials all on top of it right there in front of the Bulldog bench. Ferris
State staff not happy down here to the near sideline as the Bulldogs are going to have to punt the football away. It'll be Mitch Middleton and LaShawn Mumpfield both back on to punt here in the 2-punter set here for Ferris State. As Weichel will be back here standing at his own 47 here for Grand Valley State.
He's a dangerous return man.
Bulldogs will shift here as Middleton is the lone punter. Rolls out to the right side and gets off a booming kick here for the Bulldogs. Going to take a hop here, and the Bulldogs will down it right at the Laker 40 as Grand Valley State will come back out here for its 2nd offensive series.
So the Bulldogs got to see if they can dig in defensively here as Grand Valley going to have pretty good starting field position, although Mitch did a pretty good job of getting the Bulldogs out of a tight spot, punting from deep in our own territory.
Ferris State football today, live right here on the Voice of the Bulldogs, Sunny 97.3. Big thanks as well to those tuned in on FloCollege and Flo Sports for the Anchor Bone Classic. 10:03 to play here in the first. It's Ferris State 7, Grand Valley State 0 as the Laker offense will return to the deck as Grand Valley State will send Uzma Harper here to the left side in the backfield. Power look left here for Schuster, standing in the shotgun set here for Grand Valley. He rolls out, completes the pass here to the near side as the Lakers trying to get off the blocks here to the near side, and the catch was made by Brady Drogosh. He's also a quarterback here for GVSU, and that'll move the sticks here into Bulldog territory to the Ferris State 49.
Yeah, he's a versatile player. They'll sneak him in there as he just kind of popped right off the line there, and nice job of getting the ball into his hands quickly, getting him upfield, and a big first down here for the Lakers.
Drogosh, a sophomore out of Warren De La Salle, former Mr. Football here in the state of Michigan. As Schuster stands in the gun. 2 off to the far side here for Grand Valley as they work it from the left side hash. Handoff here to the near side is Uzma Harper. Nowhere to go, but squirts through the hole and gets some yardage here. They'll give him about 3 yards here. It looked like the Bulldogs were going to have him stopped for a loss, but he kind of squirts through here underneath and gets 3 yards.
He found the slimmest of areas to be able to get through there, and you're right, he got something positive there, about 4, when probably could have been held to 1 or 2.
So call it 2nd and 7 here for Grand Valley as the Lakers line up here to the left. Schuster with Uzma Harper here to his left. 2 out to the wide side here for Grand Valley State with Drogosh lined up in the slot. Schuster looking to throw across the middle, hooks up with Drogosh again, and the Bulldogs upend him. Giassi Madison on the stop, but a first down here for Grand Valley down to the Ferris State 38.
See, they want to try to loosen the Bulldogs up in the middle here, and maybe on the edges there using Drogosh quite a bit to try to draw some attention away to maybe see if they can strike with Weichel or Reed in the passing game. Those are their traditional wide receivers that are very good.
First down and 10 here for Grand Valley as the Lakers are on the march here on their second offensive series as Grand Valley State working to the north end here at Top Taggart Field against that 4-man Ferris State front. Receiver off to each side. Here as Drogosh moves to quarterback here for Grand Valley. He'll send a man around in motion. It'll be Drogosh on the keeper to the right, and the Bulldogs able to bring him down. Eric Jackson coming up from the back end to make the stop, but he gets down to the 33 on a nice pickup here on first down.
He did a good job of finding a hole right there. Bulldogs had guys over there in position, but give their offensive line credit, able to open up at least one seam, and he found his way through it for a positive gain right there. So good first down work there by Grand Valley.
Grand Valley has played multiple quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks here for most of the season. Here is Drogosh right now at quarterback here for GVSU. He's already caught a couple passes. Now leading this Laker attack here on second and call it 5 yards to go here for GVSU at the Bulldog 33. Drogosh on the keeper, off right tackle. Able to read his blocks here and gets about 3 or 4 yards again down to the 30. It'll be 3rd and short coming up here for the Lakers.
Put it about 3rd and 2 if they spot it at the 30. So 3rd and 2, probably 4 down territory for Grand Valley. Lamancusa going to check in off the edge.
The Lakers coming with some new bodies here on the offensive line as well, as we have a stoppage down on the field. And one of the Lakers lost his helmet. Will have to leave the field for a play. I think that was Evan Fertney, the tight end here for Grand Valley State, that had to step off the field.
So 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 here, Grand Valley with Drogosh at quarterback. A man to his left. Now they'll get up under center here in the I formation. Drogosh will send a man in motion. Grand Valley maybe trying to draw the Bulldogs off sides. Drogosh lost the football, and the Bulldogs come away with it. Turnover for the Lakers, and Ferris State has it. Tim Allen on the recovery for the Bulldogs.
Boy, I think Grand Valley tried to do too much right there, Rob. They could have lined up with power. They've been moving the ball pretty well. A lot of shifting right there, and it looked like Drogosh might have been stepped on by a lineman as he was doing his drop. And you got to get that kick step back if you're a quarterback. If you don't, a lineman can step on your foot, and I think that might have been what happened. Devastating turnover for Grand Valley.
6:40 to go in the first. The Bulldogs get the football back as Ferris State seizes the momentum here for the Lakers. 4 receiver set. Here is Tariq Brett, moves in motion here into the backfield.
Timeout again.
Timeout called here as Coach Anise takes another timeout here. The offensive staff here kind of confused right here, but timeout charged to Ferris State as Tariq Brett was moving in motion, and that'll be a second timeout already taken here early on by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, a little more than halfway through the first quarter, so Coach Anise wanted to make sure, maybe sensing the opportunity right here. You just got through turning them over and trying to see if this is an opportunity where they can strike here and really make them pay on this drive.
Ferris State football live here in the Anchorbone Classic, presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. Come to the dark side of B-Dubs. Join us for B-Dubs After Dark and score $4 food and drink deals daily from 9 p.m. to close at participating locations. Taxes and other fees do apply. Buffalo Wild Wings, of course, alumni owned and operated. Big thanks to Jeff Carmody and the entire crew. Brian Carmody at Buffalo Wild Wings of Big Rapids.
Great supporters of Ferris State football and also other sports as well, including soccer.
First down and 10. Wyatt back to throw. Bauer looking to the outside. He's got Golker in the flat, wide open. Carson into Laker territory and down to the Grand Valley State 43.
Carson lowered that shoulder right there and made contact with Quinn Ellis, safety for Grand Valley, 6'1", 190 pounds out of Pickerington, Ohio. Great job there by the Bulldogs getting the ball in the hands of a guy that's become one of their playmakers, even though he's not playing the quarterback position anymore.
They've made a concerted effort to get him the ball the last 2 ball games. He had 2 touchdown grabs last week in the win at Michigan Tech. Bauer on the reverse. It's Brady Rose. He's got a ton of room to run. Rose gets a huge block down the sideline, and they're going to mark him out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs had a receiver that was going downfield hard and just kind of drawing the Grand Valley defender that was following him, selling him a little bit on the pass, and Brady Rose just running right up the backside right there. Another little trick play right there. It ends up being basically just a slot receiver sweep for the Bulldogs.
They'll give him to the 7-yard line. First down and goal here for Ferris State. Wyatt Bauer left side here for the Bulldogs down inside the 5. And they'll give him to the 4 here for the Bulldogs. It'll be second and goal.
Bulldogs mixed it up a little bit, went to the opposite side of the line there just to throw Grand Valley a little something different right there as they ran behind Dane Arnett, the left tackle, Ben Pristula, the left guard.
The Anchorbone Classic right now. Ferris State a chance to take a 2-score lead here with 5:12 to go in the first. As the Bulldogs come on with the heavy package, Stanley Lambert checks on here for Ferris State. Among others, I think Cooper Nye checks on as one of the H-backs as well here for Ferris State. Bulldogs taking their time here again as the play clock down to 3. They're going to have to expend yet another timeout.
Coach Anise not happy at all. Bulldogs have used all 3 timeouts, still 5 minutes, almost 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
If you're Ferris State here, you use that timeout, but if you can get a touchdown to show for it, maybe the timeout is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have used 2 timeouts on this drive, so hopefully it does yield a touchdown right here. 2 timeouts for a touchdown in this kind of game, you probably take that.
Huge crowd on hand here today at Top Taggart Field as the Bulldogs looking to move to 8-0. They've won 21 consecutive games going back to last year. Would love to make it number 22 here today. We mentioned they haven't lost a home game since Grand Valley State came to Top Taggart Field and beat the Bulldogs back in 2022.
That was a 1-point game. Grand Valley able to pull that one out. Ferris State right now sensing an opportunity to go up 2 scores here is they're moving that ball pretty effectively down the field here, especially when they have utilized the running game and the offensive line has been getting the job done here to this point.
23 consecutive home wins here for Ferris State as the Bulldogs have it second and goal here from the 4-yard line. As Wyatt Bauer will move Brady Rose to his right here in the offensive backfield off the right side hash. Bauer with a man in motion here in Lambert back to the right side. It'll be Wyatt on the keeper and kind of hit the hole and had nowhere to go, and he might have lost a yard here. It'll be third and goal for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they brought Stanley Lambert in motion to get a lead blocker, but give Grand Valley credit. They had a lot of guys right there and just not a lot of room there as Grand Valley got a pretty good surge in the middle of the offensive line, the middle of their defensive line, and really kind of pushed the Bulldogs back a little bit, not opening any holes.
So the Bulldogs will line back up here off the left side this time as Ferris State shifted the personnel all the way back to the far side. Dakari Neely has came on for the Bulldogs. Play clock already down inside of 10 again here for the Bulldogs. Tay Boyd was wide open here to the near side, but the Lakers notice Bauer looking to the end zone. Across the middle, touchdown! Bulldogs to Tariq Brett! The Bulldogs strike again as Wyatt Bauer hooks up with Tariq Brett, and Ferris State has taken a 13-0 lead here against Grand Valley as Tariq Brett has his second TD reception of the afternoon.
Well, you know what? It ended up well, but it kind of looked like mass. It looked like chaos there for a minute until you see Tariq Brett able to get some separation there and put those hands up, and Wyatt put that ball right on the money.
Steady Eddie on for the PAT. Eddie Jewett off the hold of Brady Rose. Sam Wahlberg, the long snapper. The kick is on the way, and it is up and good. 14-0. The Bulldogs capitalize off the Laker turnover, march down and score for the second time here in the opening quarter.
And for those who keep in track, that is Tariq Brett's second touchdown reception of this game. The Bulldogs, 5 plays, 63 yards, 2 minutes, 32 seconds on the clock. Wyatt Bauer to Tariq Brett from 5 yards out as the Bulldogs take a 14-0 lead. Best case start here for the Bulldogs. Grand Valley had one drive going, but they ended up kind of self-destructing with really kind of an unforced turnover there as the quarterback tripped or was tripped coming out of his drop and ended up fumbling the ball. Bulldogs see Tim Allen recover it, and they are able to convert it, even though at the cost of 2 timeouts, they were able to convert it into a touchdown and a 14-0 lead for Ferris State.
Ferris State right now leading Grand Valley State here in the Anchorbone Classic as Middleton will kick it away once more here for the Bulldogs. From left to right, here is the Bulldogs kickoff from the north end here at Top Taggart Field. For ticket scores, merchandise, video, and more, be sure to log on to FerrisStateBulldogs.com. This kick here going to be fielded short here by the Lakers inside the 10. It'll be Kellen Reed here on the return, and he's dropped down here at the 25. Pretty good coverage downfield here by the Bulldogs.
Fired up Bulldogs coverage team as they get right down there. Bulldogs, relatively short kickoff there. Kind of a short run up there for Mitch Middleton, but who's still got a really, really big leg. Bulldogs do a great job getting over there, pretty much closing up all running lanes there, nowhere really to go.
So the Ferris State defense will come out as Sio Saipaia and Javon Ruffin will check in here in the inside of that defensive line for Ferris State. It'll be Tim Allen and Jack Lemoncusa as the defensive ends. Alston Ware, man in one corner spot, along with Adonis Ferguson, the freshman out of Hollywood, Florida, back to the near side for the Bulldogs. The linebackers, Nolan Ziegler and Isaiah Byers with Giassi Madison, Justin Payout, and Eric Jackson on the back end. Keeper here to the near side, and not much doing this time for Drogosh as the Bulldogs send him backwards here. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Yeah, he was trying to be patient, chop those feet, and look for a running lane right there, but could not find one as Schuster will check back in to take over the quarterbacking duties.
So Schuster comes back on here as Grand Valley State will send 2 receivers here to the near side of the formation. One on the outside is the dangerous man, Kellen Reed, as the Bulldogs are going to match up with Adonis Ferguson on him. 1 receiver back to the far side as well here for Grand Valley with the tailback lined up left side as Schuster in the gun. 2nd and 10. Here as they fake the give, Schuster to throw to the outside, and catch made, but a great open field tackle made by Justin Payout on the reception by Kenyon Owens.
And Owens paid the price right there. It's a good thing he's young and he's got a good back, because anybody our age might be headed to Corwell Health there down the road.
They'll give him 2 or 3. It'll be 3rd and long here for Grand Valley. 3rd and 7 here inside of 3 minutes left in the first quarter as Schuster will send Owens back to the wide side along with Reed. As Grand Valley State has 3 receivers here in the formation. Power look to the left here for Schuster. Schuster off the left side hash as the Bulldogs show pressure with Jalen Jones on the edge. He'll back away in coverage. Schuster looking to throw, and Tim Allen came after him. Catch made, and the Bulldogs miss a couple tackles. It'll be a Laker first down as Fertney, the tight end, hauls it in and tries to get that Grand Valley State sideline fired up.
Boy, Tim Allen just missed, maybe getting a strip sack right there. They get it out. Bulldogs, a couple of tackle opportunities short of the first down, but they weren't able to get a great rush off the edge by Tim Allen. Just missed it. And Isaiah Byers had an opportunity and missed. The Bulldogs had a couple other guys, one other guy at least, with an opportunity that missed. So big conversion for Grand Valley.
Grand Valley off the right side here, first down and 10 for the Lakers with 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Here in this GLIAC matchup is Schuster. Will give it off here to the right side, and Grand Valley State's nice little play here, and another Laker first down by the tailback Derek Woods, the number 2 man who rumbles forward here into Bulldog territory and down to the Ferris State 49.
Yeah, might have snuck one in on the Bulldogs there, caught the Bulldogs a little bit here as they were able to pull the tight end over there to get a lead block, and nice job, power running upfield.
So Grand Valley State will get set here as the Lakers first down and 10 in Bulldog territory. Grand Valley on the move here for the second straight series. They fumbled last time. It ended up in another Bulldog touchdown to make it 14-0. Schuster with the man left side. Grand Valley got to keep it on the ground, and Woods this time nothing doing as the Bulldogs did a much better job. They're starting to get into the offensive backfield and able to make the stop that time.
Yeah, Caleb Davis did a pretty good job of getting a good push up the middle there. Sometimes that can redirect a runner to go in a different direction than what they want, but Caleb Davis, pretty good penetration right there. Bulldogs all together, good job.
Second and 10 here as Ralph Carter checks in here on the defensive front. Schuster looking to throw, has time, and he's got a man wide open. It's Fertney rumbling down the sideline for Grand Valley, and the Lakers strike deep. Touchdown GVSU.
Busted coverage by the Bulldogs. Fertney wide open right there, and that was an easy pitch and catch, Rob. Nobody had him covered.
The Bulldogs had some pressure coming. Grand Valley did a nice job of picking it up, and Fertney was wide open. An easy catch and score for the Lakers, and they have trimmed this Ferris State lead in half here with the extra point coming.
You can see he's just wide open right there, almost like he was hiding over there on the sideline because he was wide open.
So extra point attempt here for GVSU as Grand Valley State tries to cut this lead down to 14-7 here with 39 seconds left in the first, as Matthew Basic will come back on here off the hold from Trace Hergich here for GVSU. Extra point try here to the north end. Top Taggart is on the way, and this kick is up and good, make it 14-7. That kind of silences the Bulldog faithful here as we approach the end of the first period.
And maybe even more significantly gives Grand Valley a little bit more hope. If the Bulldogs, they go up 21-0, you know, something like that, then it could be really devastating for Grand Valley. Now they have the feeling that they're right back in this thing.
Ferris State football live right here, brought to you by the Mecosta County Convention and Visitors Bureau, your go-to source for outdoor adventure, local eats, and places to stay while you're in town. You can visit BigRapids.org to see what's happening in Mecosta County. Thank you to the Mecosta County Visitors Bureau. As the Lakers and the Bulldogs lock horns here in the Anchor Bone Classic. Ferris State 34-7 winner last year in Allendale. Behind the play at Trinidad Chambliss, Wyatt Bauer has thrown 2 scores here for the Bulldogs so far in this first quarter.
Lakers, 6 plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes, 24 seconds. Schuster to Fertney, 49-yard touchdown pass.
So back to receive, it'll be Tariq Brett along with Brady Rose for Ferris State back inside the 10. As Basic will have to kick off again here. His first kick to start the ball game ended up out of play. The Bulldogs got the ball at the 35-yard line here. This time a little shorter kick. Got to be fielded by Brady Rose here at the 21. Brady to that far sideline, going to be kept right there. He'll get it back to about the 27. Some extracurricular activity over there on that Lakers sideline, and the Bulldogs will have 34 seconds to work with here at the end of the first.
Grand Valley not messing with Tariq Brett right now as they kicked away from him intentionally twice so far in this game.
So out will come the Ferris State offense as Wyatt Bauer and company here looking back to the Ferris State sideline. The Bulldogs have no timeouts remaining here in this first half, so they're going to have to be very efficient here and kind of know what's coming next here at the line of scrimmage. 5-man Laker front again. Here is Brady Rose, a move in motion. It'll be Wyatt on the keeper here, chased down from behind, and he lost a couple yards here as Grand Valley State got some good pressure up front here. That extra guy at the line of scrimmage has helped the Lakers here kind of control this Ferris State running game.
Yeah, they're going to dare the Bulldogs to throw that football maybe a little bit more than what Ferris State wants to throw there, as they were able to start wrapping Wyatt up in the backfield.
Could be the final play here of this first. Bauer looking to throw, maybe a free play for the Bulldogs, looking for Cam Underwood. Broke it up, and now a flag thrown here in the defensive secondary as well. So we'll see what the initial call was. They let the play go on, and then we had another call here in the defensive secondary. So the officials are conferring. We'll see if this is against Grand Valley. 6 seconds to go.
I would think the second one is definitely, my guess is the second one is definitely against Grand Valley. The question is the first one. Now, you could say circumstantial evidence says they let them play on, so maybe Grand Valley jumped in the neutral zone. But we shall see here as the officials huddled just past the 50-yard line, and it's going to be a relatively short conversation here as we get the white hat.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offsides. Defense.
Was offsides against Grand
That
Valley.
penalty is declined.
Pass interference.
Pass interference.
And then pass
Defense,
interference
number
against
8.
the Lakers as they
15-yard penalty from the
kind of got to
previous
Cam
stop.
Underwood on that far
Automatic first
sideline
down.
before the ball really got there. So this will move the football all the way out to the 41-yard line here for the Bulldogs.
Good recognition there by Wyatt Bowery. Yeah, they were definitely holding Cam going up that sideline, and the flag comes in from the defensive secondary. So the Bulldogs take the better of the 2 penalties.
So first down and 10 here with 6 seconds left in the first. Bauer here will shift Golker back into the offensive backfield. 4 receivers in the formation. Brett in motion. It'll be Golker on the option pitch. Here to Tariq Brett to the outside and ran out of bounds as the first quarter comes to a close. Right at the 45-yard line. Ferris State with a 14-7 lead. We'll be back
of the
in
first
60
quarter.
seconds right here on the Voice of the Bulldogs, Sunny 97.3 and the Bulldogs Sports Network.
We're committed to supporting our community.
You've closed your last chapter. Now you were wondering.
What's next?
With a ton of options, choosing the right fit is not easy. At Ferris State, you don't have to choose. You can have it all. From associate degree options to graduate programs. Discover a global community. Find your passion. Be involved. Climb to the top. Become a champion. All with the support you need to thrive. Your next chapter is waiting for you at Ferris State University. Apply today for free at ferris.edu.
Sweet foam pumpkin cold brew. It's cold brew coffee infused with big
In the College of Business, I'm fully engaged in my major, and I don't like to learn alone.
The sweet foam pumpkin cold brew.
The AI program has offered me real-world relevance that's preparing me for my career.
It's expanding my understanding of leadership. I can support a better future for everyone.
The College of Business at Ferris State to me is about opportunity. Opportunity.
Opportunity.
The College of Business at Ferris State University. I'm ready.
Into the air and got a big first down right there. As he has been a quiet weapon. And Grand Valley is knowing that they're going to eventually have to deal with a little bit more as the Bulldogs fake the dive inside run and then come back outside again to Carson Golker.
Ferris State in that opening quarter of action. The Bulldogs with 134 yards of total offense as Bauer 4 of 6 for 78 yards. He runs the option here to the near side. He's got Tariq Brett. He's got a huge hole. Brett breaks free. Touchdown Bulldogs! Tariq Brett, his 3rd score of the day.
Boy, Jarvis Wyndham pulled and got a great block upfield, and that opened a lot of room for the electrifying Tariq Brett to get into the end zone. That's Tariq's 3rd touchdown of the game.
Ferris State opens the second quarter with a quick score as Tariq Brett off the option found the end zone for the Bulldogs to make it 20-7. Tariq Brett showing he's one of the top players in the country here so far this afternoon.
Yeah, he's getting himself, he's going to be putting himself in some All-American conversations if he continues this play. Steady Eddie, the PAT up and good. So the Bulldogs answer Grand Valley's touchdown and return a 14-point lead to the Bulldogs as they continue to move that ball pretty effectively here in this contest. Bulldogs, 4 plays, 72 yards, 1 minute, 18 seconds taken off the clock. Tariq Brett, 41-yard touchdown run at 14-16 of the second quarter. So the Bulldogs continuing to move that ball effectively here in this game. And you can see, those first quarter numbers again, actually not that much of a disparity. 134 yards of total offense for the Bulldogs, 104 yards at the end of one quarter for Grand Valley. Certainly the turnover for Grand Valley was huge, and the Bulldogs made them pay for that, and that's part of the difference in this game right now at 21-7 in favor of Ferris State.
Part Part of the difference as well, Tariq Brett, he's been electric here again today for the Bulldogs as the Georgia native with 3 scores, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, has given Ferris State a 21-7 lead here at the Anchorbone Classic as the Bulldogs will kick it away. It'll be Middleton to kick it off from the south end as the sun shining here with the lights still on at the stadium here at Top Taggart Field. Middleton's kick a little bit shorter here, going to be fielded by one of the Grand Valley upmen over there on that far side as the Lakers try to bring the return to the near side and chase down from behind as Ferris State makes the defensive stop. As one of the Bulldogs lost a helmet, Lico Johnson going to have to come out of the ball game here for Ferris State. Jeremiah Housey and company right there as well here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, neither team messing around with the other's return game here, Rob. I don't know. This crowd is looking pretty close to what we had the last time the Lakers were here. There is a huge crowd here. You can barely even see the hill in the southwest corner of the stadium here. This stadium is packed right now.
So the Bulldog defense now will see if they can slow down this Grand Valley State attack. The Lakers have moved the ball on a couple of drives. Just 7 points to show for it, though, so far here as Schuster will work out of the shotgun set here for Grand Valley. He'll send a man in motion here for the Lakers, back in a little bit tighter as Grand Valley has it. Schuster looking to throw here, has an outlet man here to the near side as they try to get the block on the outside here on the edge, and a short gain maybe for Grand Valley. Looks like they're going to mark him out here right at the 33-yard line, maybe a yard at most.
I was going to say the linesman on the far side is moving back and forth here. The way the linesman on the far side is looking, only actually barely got back to the line of, I don't know. We'll see. We'll let it sort itself out. Looks like about nothing. Whatever. No game.
It looks like right at the line of scrimmage. They were moving between the 34 and the 33. They finally went back a little bit closer, maybe to the 32, as Schuster has it here on 2nd and 10. Grand Valley State looking to give it off here. Handoff in the middle.
Boy.
Nothing doing as Caleb Davis dub right there for the Bulldogs to make the stop here in the backfield.
Yeah, Big KD is doing a great job of getting off his block there and just shedding his block here. We got a late flag.
Late flag as Byers was coming out of the pack here for Ferris State. We'll see if this is on Ferris State or on Grand Valley State.
I don't know if I like that one. We'll see what this one's going to be here. That flag came in a little bit late here as I believe the referee and umpire are chatting right there in the middle of the two teams.
They are having a conversation here as
after the play was over. Personal foul. Defense,
foul.
number 99.
Called here.
15-yard penalty at the end of the run.
Jones
First
here.
down.
Did not see it right there at the end of the play, so it must have been somewhere else on the field, and that'll negate what was a big stop here as he'll check out, and C.O. Saipa-Ia will come on here as Coach Anise, Coach Tyler Shreve, the defensive line coach, going to have a conversation with Marquis here, and hopefully he learns from that mistake.
That's a big penalty here, though. Helps Grand Valley, certainly.
That moves the Lakers out to the 49-yard line here. Schuster will send a man to the left side here in the offensive set. Handoff back to the right side, bouncing outside here, and a nice little run to the outside edge here for GVSU to Pascal Jolman, the sophomore out of Muskegon, who comes on here for GVSU.
Yeah, the Bulldogs pinched too hard inside and really left themselves open to the wide run once he made the cutback off the inside run, and there was a lot of room there. As we'll look at the replay, Bulldogs pinch in really hard, and that really opened up the cutback run outside.
So Jolman gets the Lakers a first down here to the Bulldog 40-yard line. He moves to the left side of Schuster here as Grand Valley has 2 out wide, 1 back to the right side of the formation. Bulldogs showing pressure. Now they'll back away. Here comes Grand Valley on the ground. Jolman again this time, and maybe a yard at most here, down inside the 40 to about the 39.
Yeah, good job by the Bulldogs there as they got good job of getting penetration there. Linebackers coming in. Isaiah Byers kind of slipped his way in there and I think made the shoestring tackle.
21-7 Ferris State lead here with 12:13 to play in the first half as the Bulldogs lead Grand Valley State here at the Anchorbone Classic. In the gun, Schuster with the empty backfield here for GVSU in a 5-receiver set, looking to throw here. Complete here to the near side to Weichel. The Bulldogs miss another tackle, and he gets it down inside the 25 to about the 22, and it'll be a first down here for Grand Valley.
Yeah, Bulldogs would have had him stopped maybe 3 yards short of a first down.
So the Lakers continuing to move the football here. We'll see if the defense could kind of settle in here for Ferris State. They've played some dynamite football here over the last month of the season.
Certainly the biggest test they've seen in these 4 weeks, however.
Back to throw here is Schuster. Schuster has time, looking to throw to the outside on the inside route, and hauled in on the knees down at the 5-yard line for Grand Valley State. Catch made by Griffin Shinrock, the wideout who was coming back to the middle.
Yeah, he started outside, came back in. Not sure if Adonis Ferguson maybe tripped here. Trying to see if we can see it off the replay here. He made a nice inside move there, got in front of Adonis.
Actually, they're going to spotting back at the 8, but nonetheless, first down pickup here. It'll be first and goal here for Grand Valley. Jalen Jones will check out here for the Bulldogs. 10:55 to go as the Lakers trying to keep this relatively even here against Ferris State. A chance to cut this one back to a one-score ball game here in this first half, and it looks like the Lakers are going to have to take a timeout as the play clock was down inside of 5 seconds, so Grand Valley will expend its first timeout here of the afternoon.
Grand Valley will take an opportunity to talk it over here, and obviously a big opportunity for them after the Bulldogs countered their first touchdown to make it a 14-point lead again. Grand Valley knows this drive is going to be big, and they want to take advantage of it, certainly.
Three Girls Bakery and Two Cheesy Guys are proud to support Bulldog Athletics. Stop in and visit Three Girls Bakery and Two Cheesy Guys during your next visit to downtown Big Rapids. Ferris State soccer coverage tomorrow right here on FloCollege and Flo Sports as the Bulldog women's soccer team, fresh off a 3-0 win over Michigan Tech yesterday, will play host to Northern Michigan tomorrow, 1 o'clock at the Bulldog Soccer Complex, located just to the south of us, where we see the grass lot over there outside the soccer field has been turned into a parking lot here for this Anchorbone Classic today.
I think all the traditional parking lots are probably full as well, but certainly overflow parking needed and being used out there just south of the stadium.
Ferris State football, the Bulldogs looking for a stop here against Grand Valley. 10:40 to play here in the second quarter. A sellout crowd here on hand, I believe, here at Top Taggart Field. Announced attendance over 10,000 here today for the Bulldogs and the Lakers here in the Anchorbone Classic. Drogosh will shift back to quarterback with Uzma Harper behind him here in the offensive set as the Lakers work off the left side hash. Harper now to the right side here of Drogosh. Drogosh will send Reed in motion here all the way around on the wheel. It'll be Drogosh, power look left side here for Grand Valley, and chased down from behind. Did not get much as the Bulldogs ran him down from the back end, and that'll set up second and goal here for the Lakers.
Yeah, kind of a slow developing play there as they were trying to get kind of like a student body left thing going there, and the Bulldogs able to run it down with that great speed from behind.
Shades of what they were able to do maybe in that last matchup here at Top Taggart Field back in 2022 with Avery Moore then the quarterback who came on in the fourth quarter.
Exactly, and I think they're trying to replicate some of that here today.
Drogosh here as Grand Valley shifts men in all kinds of directions. They'll line up with Drogosh in the empty backfield. H-back to his right here in the offensive set. Back to throw, picked up, looking for the corner of the end zone for Kellen Reed. Touchdown, Grand Valley.
Yeah, great job there. That shift certainly caught the Bulldogs there, and they were able to get Reed isolated, and that's one of the guys that they want to go to in their passing game. And Reed able to pop open, and the ball right on the money there. Pretty good protection there for Grand Valley to throw that ball, and he had a step there. You can see Justin Payout trying to recover there, had his back turned to the ball, wasn't able to quite find the ball. Had he been able to turn around and find the ball, might have been able to get a hand up and deflect.
Probably not the guy you want to leave open. Kellen Reed, a talented performer, and he finds pay dirt here for Grand Valley as it's now a 21-13 lead here for Ferris State with the extra point coming. And the kick is on its way. It's up and good. Make it 21-14 here with 9:54 still to play here in the first half.
You knew these guys weren't going to go away. These guys got to play with a lot of pride, and they know that their season is on the line, and they're playing like it right now. They have seemed to have recovered from maybe an early start where the Bulldogs at 14-0 looked really, really good, certainly offensively and defensively, and Grand Valley's been able to get themselves into a little bit more of a rhythm. They cut that lead for the Bulldogs back down to 7.
Welcome to Delicious. The Culvers of Big Rapids supports Ferris State Athletics. Stop in and show your college ID for 10% off. Limitations do apply. Welcome to Culvers of Big Rapids as Ferris State leads it 21-14. Here at the Anchorbone Classic, the Bulldogs back at home next week to take on Northern Michigan. Another 1 o'clock start right here at Top Taggart Field. Huge crowd on hand here, standing room only here at Top Taggart, with the fans maybe wrapped as far around the hill as we've ever seen them here to the south end of Top Taggart.
Yeah, once you get that far around, some of those people are just having fun and maybe listening to the game. Grand Valley, 8 plays, 66 yards, 4 minutes, 21 seconds. Drogosh to Reed from 7 yards out pulls the Lakers back to within 7.
Grand Valley set to kick it away here as the Lakers going to kick this one short again. Going to be Brady Rose from his own 22 here for the Bulldogs. Hits the hole with some speed. Gets it out near the 40, so good field position here to start this next offensive series here for the Bulldog attack.
Yeah, you can see the Lakers, they're looking for wherever Tariq Brett is, and they're kicking away from him. Even they're going to roll the dice and deal with Brady Rose, who's dangerous in his own right.
Bulldogs mixing some bodies in up front. I saw a couple changes on the last series. Tyrone Weber will come on at right tackle here for Ferris State up front. I believe Ryan Ross out there on the last series. We'll see what the Bulldogs continue to do in terms of the depth up front on the offensive line. Bauer has time, looking across the middle for Rose, and a little high on the throw, and he was not able to haul it in.
Just missed right there. Just an eyelash high as he was trying to hit Brady Rose. If Brady hits that, some running room there, although Grand Valley had pretty good coverage there.
So College 2nd and 10 here as the Lakers have kind of challenged the Bulldogs to go to the air here this afternoon. Do not want to really let Ferris State get going behind that big offensive line.
Exactly. I think they're sort of picking their poison a little bit, and again, they would rather deal with the Bulldogs passing game.
Tariq Brett lined up left side here in the backfield, will motion out. The Bulldogs will run the reverse again here to Brady Rose on the edge. Rose down the sideline and out of bounds. Maybe not quite able to get all the way around the corner, but still some good yardage here. Going to be marked out at about the 46-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and short coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Well, there was a Grand Valley player that was blocked into another one. There
timeout
was
on the field for an injured defensive player.
That
40 seconds on the play clock.
Knocked the Grand Valley player cold.
So it looks like he is back up and on his feet here for Grand Valley State. I think that's Trey Green, one of the defensive backs, and this will give both teams a chance to talk it over here with 9:40 to play here in the first half as Ferris State leads it 21-14. But the Bulldogs have not been able to put the Lakers away just yet here in this first half of play.
Yeah, Grand Valley's been able to come back here each time since the Bulldogs went up 14-0. Grand Valley came back, cut it 14-7. Bulldogs go up 21-7. Grand Valley comes back again, 21-14. So the Bulldogs right now looking at this 3rd down, and they want to keep this drive going.
Today's attendance, an announced sellout, over 10,000 fans on hand here today at Top Taggart Field. So the Bulldogs with another sellout here against GVSU here for this Anchorbone Classic. Tremendous crowd on hand here as the fans right now getting some pretty good weather as well here for the Anchorbone Classic. No wind, at least from up here inside the Wheeler Pavilion, it looks like, as we look at the flags. And partly sunny skies here with the sun right now shining over the playing surface here at Top Taggart. Brady Rose in the backfield here with Wyatt Bauer. Brett comes in motion to the short side here on 3rd and short. The Bulldogs will give it off inside here, and the Lakers are going to get the stop. Ferris State's going to come up about a yard or two shy of the first down on the give to Rose. And now decision time here for head coach Tony Anise and the Bulldogs.
Got a punt.
And it looks like he listened to you, and the Bulldogs will punt. You never know with Coach Anise. He was taking a good look at it, but 4th and a yard or two with a 7-point lead, did not want to mess around with it.
Yeah, with the fact that Grand Valley came down and scored again, I think you got to play the percentages here a little bit more. Now we'll see if they see something that they like here as LeSean Mumfield motions into the slot.
Henry Middleton is the lone punter here for Ferris State. Good snap here. Mitch rolls out right side. He's going to kick it away here for the Bulldogs. Bouncing kick here. It's going to be fielded by Weichel, and nothing doing as Ferris State was right there. I think it was actually Sam Wahlberg, the long snapper, who was the first man down there for the Bulldogs, and good coverage downfield.
I think Mitch was taking a look there and decided to finally punt it away rugby style there as he was approaching the line of scrimmage. And Weichel trying to make a play there, and smart enough or maybe fortunate enough to be able to hang on to that football as traffic was all around him.
So now it's up to the Ferris State defense to see if the defense can slow down this Grand Valley offense. They've put together a couple nice drives here against Ferris State in this first half of action.
Yeah, they've done a good job of mixing up their plays and really running the ball a little bit more than what they have been in the past, but it certainly helped keep the Bulldog defense honest to help open up their strength, which is the passing game.
Drogosh will remain on at quarterback here for Grand Valley. Twins to the near side as he keeps it himself, and he's got one-on-one to the outside, and the Bulldogs finally able to run him out of bounds, but a first down pickup here out near the 30 as Grand Valley State will move the chains again here against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, did a good job of getting outside there and able to break a tackle or two to get up that far sideline here as he faked the handoff there and kind of got a couple of Bulldogs inside the bite. Bulldogs, a couple of tough angles there that they missed on.
Ferguson just missed on the tackle initially for Ferris State. Had some help, though, to run him out of bounds. It'll be first down and 10 here for Grand Valley out to the 31. Drogosh will send Woods here, I believe, to his left side. Just off the far edge here for Grand Valley as they work off the left side hash. Fake here, going to be Drogosh on the keeper, trying to spin away and out, not able to do so here as the Bulldogs never did tackle him, but they certainly moved him backwards, maybe a yard at most here for Grand Valley.
Yeah, they're going to give him probably about a yard of forward progress there before the Bulldogs able to stand him up. Drogosh out, Schuster back in.
So Schuster returns here for Grand Valley, lining up out wide here to the near side for GVSU is Woods. Here, trips to the right side, 2 to the left. Here for Schuster. Schuster facing a 4-man front here as the Bulldogs looking for a big stop here on 2nd and long. Schuster looking over the top for Kellen Reed, and it's broken up. Good coverage here by Giassi Madison off the safety help here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Madison was trying to turn to see if he could find that football as he knew they were looking, trying to get that ball back into the hands of Kellen Reed.
So call it 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9 here for Grand Valley as the Ferris State fans trying to turn up the noise here at Top Tiger. Big 3rd down play here for this Bulldog defense. We'll see if they can get off the field here. GVSU will leave Schuster out there at quarterback. Twins right, 1 man left here for Grand Valley. As the Lakers have it here off the left side, play clock down inside of 5. Schuster with 2, takes the snap, drops back, has good protection to the outside, and hauled in. First down for Grand Valley, out to the 46-yard line as the catch was made again by Shinrock.
Griffin Shinrock, 6'3", 195 pounds, out of St. Joseph, Michigan, comes up with a huge first down grab.
That'll move the chains here as the defense not able to get a whole lot of pressure right there against that Grand Valley State offensive front.
Yeah, Grand Valley's offensive line doing a pretty good job there. They're getting a little extra help there, basically in a max protect here.
First down and 10 here for the Lakers near midfield as they give it off to Uzma Harper. He lowers the shoulder and gets it into Bulldog territory. Down to the Ferris State 49 with 6:40 to play here in the first half.
You can see the difference when you have balance between running and passing. That's helped Grand Valley get a little bit more confidence with their running game.
Ferris State and Grand Valley State, a battle here between 2 of the powers in the GLIAC here for the last couple of decades as Grand Valley will line up here off the right side hash. Schuster will send his tailback to the right side. Twins out wide here with 1 man to the right here for GVSU. Schuster fakes the give, looking to throw to the outside, hauled in again, and another first down to the Ferris State 40 as the catch was made on the far side by Jordan Johnson. Grand Valley doing a nice job of mixing it around to some different playmakers here in the first half.
Yeah, Bulldogs brought the cornerback blitz from the weak side there as to his backside there as he was throwing over to the far side, but not able to get there in time. And nice job finding his receiver, kind of sneaking in over there on that far sideline.
At the Ferris State 40, first down and 10 here for the Lakers. Behind the play is Schuster, the redshirt freshman here at quarterback for Grand Valley. He'll motion out Fertney. Schuster looking left here, and Fertney kind of slipped and fell, and that was a dangerous play as the Bulldogs were closing in. As Eric Jackson maybe a little bit late on what could have been a pick 6 opportunity.
Yeah, he was. If he had been playing a little bit tighter, that could have been, as you said, could have been a pick 6 there. Fertney just slipped, and Jackson trying to recover, making sure that he didn't still get a chance to maybe catch it, even though he had gone down to the turf.
2nd and 10 here for Grand Valley with 5:35 to play here in the half. The Bulldogs with 5 at the line of scrimmage here in that defensive front. Schuster will give it off to Uzma Harper, left side, and nothing doing this time as the Bulldogs stack him up, and he's going to lose a couple yards back to the 42.
So Grand Valley moving backwards right there a couple of yards, and it's going to make this third down a lot tougher. Grand Valley's been pretty solid here on third down so far.
On will come the third down package for the Bulldogs. Jones and Davis inside. Lambert and Allen on the outside as that defensive front with the 4 starters back on here on 3rd and long. 3rd and call it 12 here for the Lakers as the Bulldogs trying to find a way to get off the field here on 3rd down. From the Ferris State 42, Schuster with the empty backfield. Back to throw. Across the middle and complete. And another Laker first down, just enough as the catch was made by Sean Bird here for Grand Valley.
A great job there as they were able to convert again on 3rd down. And boy, I tell you what, 3rd down has been a really special down for them so far in this game.
So a first down here for Grand Valley as the Lakers have it down to the 29-yard line here. First down and 10. As Schuster with an empty backfield has trips to the right side. Back to throw, short route left side, and the catch made down inside the 25 as he went to Weichel, and good yardage here on first down for the Lakers.
Yeah, the Bulldogs kind of conceded that underneath route there and decided to see if they can close in and make a tackle for a minimum gain, but good job there by Len Weichel. Solid first down gain here for Grand Valley as they are moving.
Second and call it, 4 yards to go here for the Lakers. Ball at the Ferris State 23. As Grand Valley on the move again, trying to tie this one up here late in the first half of play. Schuster in the gun, shifts his tailback here to the right side. 3 receivers here in the formation for Grand Valley. As the Bulldogs try to come with some pressure, a handoff left side, and Isaiah Byers chases down Woods as he's going to lose a couple of yards on the sweep to the left side.
Good job there, Byers not fooled. A little trickery at least shown, the opportunity for some trickery shown, but Byers did a good job of staying on balance, zipping in there and making a nice tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Bulldogs lead the nation in interceptions with 17. They could certainly use one right here. Third down and call it, 8 yards to go from the 27. Schuster with 5 receivers again here in the package for Grand Valley. Trips left with 2 to the right. Schuster trying to draw Ferris State off sides. Back to throw, quick throw over the top. He's got a receiver. Touchdown GVSU as the grab was made by Sean Bird on the route down the right sideline.
Yeah, great job. Again, Grand Valley protecting very, very well. And just a great job of throwing that ball up there, right there into a tight pocket just inside that pylon. As again, Schuster, really good pocket there and just drops that one right in there. Perfect pass.
Grand Valley offense has struggled at times this year, but they're coming alive here today against one of the top defenses in the country as they have a chance to tie this one up here with 2:55 to go in the first half.
You wouldn't know they were struggling today. I mean, they are doing a lot of things really, really well in this game since being down 14-0 early.
And the extra point is up and good.
Yeah, that would look like it just snuck in the uprights there, but Grand Valley is tied at 21. Give them credit.
Tied up here with 2:55 to play in the first half. Ferris State football live right here on the voice of the Bulldogs, Sunny 97.3. And now we'll see what the Bulldogs can do here in the final 3 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, Bulldogs trying to see if they can get something back going again here as Grand Valley, after the Bulldogs were up 21-7, Grand Valley has scored 14 straight to work their way back into a tie here as we'll take a look. Grand Valley, 12 plays, 83 yards, 5 minutes and 45 seconds. So Grand Valley with these extended drives with a good mix of plays has really worked to their advantage. Andrew Schuster to Sean Bird from 27 yards out with 2:55 to go in the second quarter. The Lakers tie the score at 21.
So Grand Valley State to kick it away here is the Lakers 238 yards of total offense. Ferris State 198 here in this first half so far. Schuster is 12 of 16 for 181 yards and 2 scores. Getting it done in the air here for the Lakers.
Yeah, he has been really, really good. And we knew that they had really good weapons in terms of their receivers, but their offensive line has played probably the best they've played this year.
Grand Valley to kick it away here is the Bulldogs 2 back deep here. It'll be Tariq Brett. He may get a chance here at the return from the 5. Brett trying to find the hole, and he's tripped up. Good coverage here as he's knocked down at the 17, and that's where the Bulldogs will come out here inside of 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, they had a good kick there, good deep kick, good hang time there, and they were able to come in and zip in there and make a tackle and not really let Tariq get that forward momentum going where he can be so tough.
So the Bulldogs now, if you're Ferris State, would love to put a drive together here, but most importantly, you don't want to turn the ball over and give Grand Valley another opportunity here before halftime.
Exactly. Question is how aggressive do the Bulldogs want to be? And certainly ball security going to be very important.
Bauer in the offense, waiting to get the ball spotted here on the right side hash. Twins out wide to both sides here as Carson Golker lines up left side. Here is the H-back. Man in motion here. The Bulldogs will give it off on the sweep. It's Tariq Brett again here trying to turn outside and stretches forward here, and he's going to have a first down here as the Bulldogs get it out to the 27.
Yeah, kind of spun him down, maybe threw him forward just a little bit to help him get that first down. So Bulldogs getting a little bit more space to think about being a bit more creative here, maybe a bit more aggressive.
Bulldogs have had a 2-score lead in this ballgame 2 different times, but each time Grand Valley Staters came back and were knotted up at 21 here. What's been a very competitive first half between these two West Michigan rivals. Bauer in the offense here. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs out to the 27. Handoff to Brady Rose. He's looking to throw. He's got a man open. And a first down again. Complete to Tay Boyd out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Bulldogs like to run that play a lot. Brady Rose, former high school quarterback, former high school everything, does a good job right there. Always generally makes good decisions with the ball, and nice job there by Tay Boyd to break his route off and make himself available.
That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Ferris State and Grand Valley State tied up at 21. Here at the Anchorbone Classic is the Bulldogs out to the 40-yard line here, and a chance here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. No timeouts remaining, but plenty of time here for this offense to move down, hopefully into scoring position.
Yeah, I think there's still enough time left, and as they get themselves into a position right now where they can maybe think about attacking downfield a little bit more, it's going to presumably open some things up here offensively and some opportunities here as Bulldogs started pretty rough field position, but they've certainly moved themselves into a better opportunity to attack.
Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with Tony Nicolette, reporter and the columnist from D2Football.com. We'll talk more about this first half. Of course, get the first half numbers, take a look at the GLIAC scoreboard, what's going on in Bulldog athletics and more here at halftime. Tied up at 21, though, is Ferris State with a record crowd, 10,000 plus on hand right now, and trying to get these fans re-energized here after Grand Valley State has scored the last 2 opportunities the Lakers have had the ball.
So let's see if the Bulldogs can counter here as Grand Valley feeling a lot more confident after 2 consecutive touchdowns.
Bauer in the gun, 2 receivers here in the formation to each side. Back to throw, has time. Short route and incomplete as Tariq Brett had the football, had some room to run, but could not hold on.
Yeah, he would have certainly had a really good shot at least a first down there. As Bulldogs pretty good pocket there, good protection, and that's one you don't see very often from Tariq Brett.
So that sets up 2nd and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Big thanks to Pepsi and Gatorade for their support of Ferris State football. Live here on the Bulldog Sports Network, FloCollege and sunny 97.3 FM today as Ferris State here. We'll set up here on the right side. Wyatt Bauer, the redshirt freshman out of Corunna. Here is the Lakers shift their defense left. Back to throw, pressure coming from the near side. Bauer has to roll out right side, look it upfield, and hauled in by Carson Golker. And he's got a first down into Laker territory to the Grand Valley State 44.
Boy, good check down right there. Wyatt kept his eyes upfield, and finally Carson Golker got open. He looks left, nothing there. Pocket starting to collapse, moves right, and then finds Carson Golker for a huge grab.
Good poise by Bauer as he right now has Ferris State on the move here into Laker territory with still 1:50 to play here in this first half. Cam Underwood lined up right side here for Ferris State on the short side of the formation. Boyd back to the wide side along with Brady Rose. 4 receiver set as Rose will move all the way back into the offensive backfield. Carson Golker, now the H, will get it. Golker rolls out right side. He's looking to throw. Upfield and hold in. Catch made by Tariq Brett on the Lakers sideline. Down inside the Grand Valley State 25.
So in case you thought that his quarterback days were done, Carson Golker says, nope, still got a few more throws left in this arm there as he rolls out to the right, and nice job finding Tariq Brett definitely in bounds.
Bulldogs trying to reclaim the lead here before halftime as they have it at the Laker 24. First down and 10. Plenty of time remaining here for Ferris State in this first half of play. Rose the tailback to the right side here of Bauer. Wyatt going to give it off on the option to Tariq Brett. Made the man miss. Tariq Brett down the sideline. Inside the 5. Touchdown Bulldogs!
And the Bulldogs strike again. Unfortunately, Bulldogs are going to get a late penalty, I think, at the end, but the touchdown is going to count.
Touchdown, it looks like will stand. Some extracurricular activity on the block here to the near side between a couple of the Bulldog offensive linemen and one of the Grand Valley State defensive players. But
it's at the end of the play. I'm sure it's at the end of the play, one way or the other, whoever it's against.
Tariq Brett, what would be his 4th touchdown of the ball game if this stands here with 95 seconds to go before halftime for Ferris State.
Result of the play is a touchdown.
And it is a touchdown here for the Bulldogs.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike conduct going to be called here against Ferris State and against Grand Valley State.
5. Those fouls,
so those penalties will offset.
That's the first unsportsmanlike conduct foul for each player.
And it will be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Tariq Brett finds the end zone again here for the 4th time this afternoon.
Tariq's been on fire. 4 touchdowns here in this game for Tariq Brett. I mean, he has been absolutely phenomenal in this game. And Bulldogs win this game. He's certainly going to be almost hard to beat for a GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week, as waiting on the ball to be set here and the referee to allow this PAT to go through.
So Eddie Jewett will come on as Brady Rose will hold again here for Ferris State off the snap from Sam Wahlberg. Kick is on the way, and it is up and good. Make it 28-21 as the Bulldogs strike here using the time late in the first half and moving down the field. Did it relatively quick fashion, and hopefully not too quick here as the Lakers still have 1:35 to go.
Exactly. It was kind of like a 2-minute drill for Ferris State as the Bulldogs, 6 plays, and they've been scoring really fast. 6 plays, 84 yards, 1 minute, 17 seconds off the clock for that drive, and Tariq Brett finishes it with a 24-yard touchdown run to put the Bulldogs back ahead, 28-21 after the PAT from Steady Eddie Jewett.
Of course, you knew coming in, Ferris State had the #1 offense in the country, the #1 scoring offense and total offense, but both defenses had been pretty good coming into this game. Maybe expected more of a defensive type of game, but we've got a 28-21 score still here in the first half.
Yeah, still with a minute and we're still with 95 seconds to go here in the first half. So it's turned into a shootout, which is sometimes what happens in these games. When you think it's going to be one thing, it ends up being another. Think it's going to be a defensive struggle, ends up being a shootout. Think it's going to be a shootout, ends up being a defensive struggle.
See how the Bulldogs elect to play this one here is Grand Valley State has Reed and Weichel both back deep inside their own 20. Middleton's going to kick this one here a little bit deeper, and Grand Valley State's going to let it bounce. It's going to go into the end zone. I think Grand Valley State
gambled
a little bit there, and fortunately for the Lakers, it pays off as they'll come out and start at the 25.
Yeah, Lynn Weichel let that go, and it hit before the goal line, and momentum carried in. If that ball would have died or bounced backwards, Lynn Weichel could have been in a lot of trouble right there. But they get the bounce, and they will start. But the Bulldogs right now, that was a big touchdown that they needed. Grand Valley had scored 14 straight.
So the Lakers will start here at the 25 for Grand Valley. They have 2 timeouts left, 95 seconds to go, and they'll stick with Schuster, which probably means they're going to try to go to the air here with 95 seconds to go in the first half.
He has certainly been their passing quarterback here, although both can run and pass.
Twins right here on the short side of the formation here for Grand Valley with a man to the right side of Schuster. In motion will come Weichel. He'll get it on the sweep to the near side. And the Bulldogs did a good job of getting off the blocks here. Stop made for Ferris State here in the defensive backfield.
Great job by the Bulldogs zipping in there. And Grand Valley tried to stretch that one out a little bit, but give Ferris State credit getting over there, swarming bodies there and making the tackle.
Had to check the numbers. Number 11 out there making the stop for the Bulldogs. That's Brady Hamby, a true freshman linebacker who comes on for Ferris State. Was a late addition here to the roster as one of the freshmen for the Bulldogs today. He lines up with Byers at the linebacker level. Here is Schuster, drops back, rolls out left side, looking for Uzma Harper, and he's got some room to run. He gets it out near midfield at the Grand Valley State 47 before he's knocked out of bounds. First down here with 53 seconds left for GVSU.
Grand Valley will go tempo, go in hurry-up mode here, but Bulldogs will get a chance to substitute here. But Grand Valley right now, a little bit of confidence there after getting one of the big chunk plays that they were going to need to try to get themselves in better scoring position.
Bulldog defense got to find a way to slow down this Grand Valley State offense. Trips right side with 1 man left. Here is Schuster, works out of the shotgun set off the far side hash here for Grand Valley. First down and 10. Back to throw, and the pocket collapses that time. Incomplete on the throw to Weichel. The Bulldogs finally got some pressure with Tim Allen coming in for Ferris State along with help from Stanley Lambert, and I think Javon Ruffin as well here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Lambert, among others, Lambert made a really good inside move there, but Bulldogs had good penetration against that offensive line of Grand Valley that maybe a little bit maligned at times this year, but they're playing a really good game here today.
They've went back here to a 5-receiver set. 4 to the right side of the formation here for Schuster. Schuster coming as the Bulldogs come with some pressure again, and called in by Uzma Harper. He's got it down inside the Ferris State 35 to the 34 with 43 seconds left, and another first down pickup here for Grand Valley.
They're in field goal range right now. They're on the edge of their field goal range, but they're not thinking field goal right now.
They got the Bulldogs back on their heels a little bit here defensively. We'll see if the Bulldogs can find a stop here as Schuster drops back again. Inside blitz coming. He lofts it up, and that pass incomplete. Underthrown to the sideline as the pressure was coming up the middle.
Bulldogs had huge pressure coming up the middle there. Schuster basically getting rid of that football.
So call it 2nd and 10 here for Grand Valley. Down to 33 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts remaining, with the ball right at the Ferris State 34-yard line, trailing 28-21. As the Lakers look back over to the Grand Valley State sideline.
Lakers with a late substitution here as they're trying to get their offense set, and still they might be taking a timeout here. I think Wooster's going to take a timeout. Yep. So a timeout
called here by GVSU with 33 seconds to go.
Grand Valley.
The Lakers trailing 28-21, so they'll have 1 timeout left. Still 34 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned it. 2 really good defenses right now, and of course we almost predictably have an offensive shootout here between these 2 teams, and Grand Valley certainly not wanting to let this opportunity slip away here, as they have been able to get a couple of chunk plays that have moved them into scoring position here deep in Bulldog territory with 33 seconds to go before halftime. They do not want to walk away empty-handed of points.
Bulldog football live today here at Top Taggart Field. Rob Bentley and Setney Golston with you as Ferris State trying to hold on to a 28-21 lead here before halftime. And I'm sure some strategy to be discussed here at halftime, especially on the defensive side here for the Bulldogs with the way Grand Valley State has moved the football.
Yeah, definitely trying to see if they can tighten some things up. You know, this defensive coaching staff right now want to see if they can get this hold in here right now and then try to regroup here at halftime to tighten some things up that they want to do going into the 3rd and 4th quarters.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Lakers. 33 seconds left before halftime as the Grand Valley State offense will get set. Schuster in the gun here for the Lakers. 3 receivers in the formation with 2 to the wide side here for GVSU. Bulldogs in a 3-man front, now showing pressure perhaps. Schuster taking his time here as the clock winds. Back to throw, flag thrown here to the outside and incomplete here toward the sideline, but I think we had a flag thrown here to the near sideline.
Offsides against Ferris State.
So it will be offsides, judging by the linesman here to the near side.
Offside, defense, number 14. Lined up in the
give Grand Valley State some yardage.
Penalty. 2nd down.
29 seconds left, and we'll see where that moves them. It's going to be shy of a first down here, but down to the 29-yard line.
It's like Stanley Lambert might have been lined up in the neutral zone there as he was trying to get a quick step there for his pass rush.
2nd and 5 here for Grand Valley. 29 seconds to go before halftime. 1 timeout left for the Lakers. As Schuster has an H-back to his right, 1 to his left as well. 3 receivers with 2 out wide here for Grand Valley wearing the all-white today. Back to throw, Schuster with pressure coming, and he avoids the sack. No! He did the first time, but not the second time, as Marquis Jones brings him down back at the 36.
Well, I tell you what, that's big right there because it pushes them probably outside of field goal range right now. So that's big there.
Final
Still got
charge
the 3rd down.
Grand Valley.
Huge play
Clock
right there
operator.
From this point, it would be a 50-plus yard attempt, although Grand Valley State has had a couple of those opportunities this year.
They do, but it certainly makes it a lot more challenging, although no wind here really today to speak of, so plus or minus. But Grand Valley certainly really good field goal kicker.
Got to remember the Lakers will get the football to start the second half as well, as they won the toss and deferred. As Ferris State trying to find a way to get off the field here on 3rd and 12. 22 seconds left, and stop here if you could hold them to no yardage would force Grand Valley State into a decision.
Yeah, they would have to, I mean, again, it's probably right on the edge of their field goal range. Certainly very challenging, but if they don't feel confident with that, they would have to probably strongly consider going for it. They would have to go for it really on 4th down.
So the Lakers will come out here. They've got Reed to the far side along with Weichel, and Bird back to the near side here in the Laker offense. Schuster in the gun. Here is GBSU, lines up, power look to the left here on 3rd and 12. From the Ferris State 36-yard line as the Bulldog fans try to get into it here on 3rd down. Ball thrown and a little bit behind Weichel, who tried to reach back for it and could not haul it in. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Yeah, they ran Reed almost on a fade, and then they tried to bring Weichel underneath for the throw, and even if he got it, that was going to be very, very difficult here as Grand Valley looks like they're going to punt.
So the Lakers will come out.
At least they're showing a punt formation.
Or a field goal opportunity.
No, it is going to be a field goal. Okay.
It was
right.
Basic coming out. So
yeah, he came out at punter depth there, but no, he's just trying to line it up. He does have this kind of leg.
This will be about a 54-yard try here with 19 seconds left in the first half. Hold is down. Kick is on the way. Kick might have the distance, and it's up and good. 54 yards as he converts to draw the Lakers back within 4 here at 28-24.
We said it. He's got that kind of a leg, and he was able to bang it through.
Great kick by Basic as he finishes off that Laker drive. 14 seconds to go, and the lead down to 4 again here for the Bulldogs as we approach halftime here at the Anchorbone Classic.
Grand Valley not able to get into the end zone, but they refuse to come away empty-handed. So that's big to get some points for them. As you mentioned, they do get the ball back to start the second half here. We'll see what the Bulldogs choose to do here with this kickoff here. Barring maybe a good return, Bulldogs probably going to go to a knee.
So 14 seconds left here as the Bulldog return unit will come out. May depend a lot on what happens right here with Tariq Brett and Brady Rose back there here for the Bulldogs. Ferris State football live right here, presented by Under Armour and BSN Sports, the official apparel providers here of the Bulldogs.
So Bulldogs right now got Tariq Brett going to be on the far side there. He's going to step back a little bit deeper here, and Brady Rose a little bit tighter in case they try to drop it somewhere here in the middle.
Kick is here on the ground. Going to be fielded off the hop here by Brady Rose at the 23. He's got some room down the sideline and out of bounds. Out across the 40 to about the 44-yard line here with 10 seconds to go. That 54-yard try for Basic is career long for Grand Valley to draw the Lakers back within 4. We'll see how the Bulldogs play this here now with pretty good field position at the 45.
So the Bulldogs with this field position, they might think about trying to take a shot downfield. Grand Valley basically in dime coverage right here, going to try to take passes away over the top. So they're going to play a 2 deep, 2 safeties over the top.
Trips left here with 1 man to the right here for Ferris State. Wyatt Bauer standing in the shotgun set with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Bauer drops back, has time, dumps it off here to Carson Golker on the sideline. He gets out of bounds with 5 seconds left as he picks up almost 10 yards. They'll give him 8 here to the Grand Valley State 47, but maybe a little more room to work with here, a little less yardage to work with here for the Bulldogs.
I think maybe even more so, a little better shot for you to get a better throw to the end zone if you go in that direction, which I think they will here because probably only got 1 more play.
Trips right, 2 back to the left here. You got Golker over there. Of course, he's got the big frame here for Ferris State. As Bauer takes the snap, Wyatt drops back, pressure coming. Bauer on the move, steps up, delivers the ball deep downfield into the end zone and out of the end zone. And that'll do it for the first half, as the first half will come to a close with Ferris State leading it 28-24 here in the Anchor Bowl Classic.
Of the first half.
I think Wyatt might have had maybe a little bit too good of an arm right there, as that one ended up going out of the back of the end zone. Grand Valley was right there, and they were obviously playing in a prevent defense with their DBs well off the line of scrimmage and trying to take away any deep ball.
This one far from over here in Big Rapids. Sellout crowd on hand, and they've been entertained with a very good one here through the first 2 quarters of play. The Bulldogs had a couple 2-score leads, but Grand Valley State has not went away, and the Lakers right back in the ball game here, down by 4 at halftime.
Yeah, I give them a lot of credit. Their offensive line really played a lot better and than maybe they've played all year, and that's allowed them to kind of keep their offense going. As both defenses right now, I think both defensive coaching staffs right now are saying we got some things to work on here at halftime.
We'll take a 2-minute break, back with more halftime coverage after this timeout, right here on Sunny 97.3.
What makes a champion?
Winning by pushing the limits.
At Ferris State, we don't just say we're the best.
We show it.
We fight till the last second.
We take on challenges.
We stand our ground.
We're not just Bulldogs.
We're champions.
At Ferris State University,
we build champions.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it, and move all of us forward.
They won gold at the Olympics.
Boring.
They struck oil at the local diner.
Really? Come on, where's the flavor?
Mancino's. They got a 14-inch pizza for $7.99.
What?
And with a Ferris ID, students get 10% off.
You're kidding me, right?
Can you believe it? They even got grinders, salads, and more.
Nice reporting, kid.
Your hunger, our solution. Mancino's.
To all the dreamers, we dedicate Aerosmith's Dream On, featuring freshman baritone soloist Max Ham.
And welcome back, everyone, to halftime coverage here at Top Taggart Field. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golstead with you, where the Bulldogs here during the Hungry Howie's halftime show have a 28-24 lead in the Anchorbone Classic against Grand Valley State. And we're pleased to be joined now by D2Football.com's very own Tony Nicolette. Tony, first of all, thanks for being with us here today.
Hey, Rob, thanks for having me. Always fun to be up here at Top Taggart.
Of course, the Bulldogs, Sandy, here with a 28-24 lead in what's been an entertaining game so far.
I mean, it just, it's Ferris State, Grand Valley. I mean, Grand Valley State, it's you expect to have a really good game, and you knew that Grand Valley was going to come in and they're going to leave it all on the field, and they should. I mean, both teams are going to do that anyway, but Grand Valley is playing for their season in a lot of ways, and they're playing to keep themselves in contention for the GLIAC championship, and they're playing for an opportunity to get themselves back in the picture potentially, for an NCAA playoff spot. So this is a huge game for them.
Absolutely, and I mean, there's still a lot of football left to be played. I've heard you say that earlier in the broadcast a couple of different times, and that's true for everybody in the league. So there's still a lot of conference stuff that's on the line here, first and foremost, playoff, secondary. But yeah, I mean, much more entertaining game, I think, than a lot of us anticipated. I was up in the booth on the call for Flo Sports last week for Grand Valley's game, and yeah, they've almost matched their offensive output from the whole game last week here in just a half. So whatever adjustments the staff made is obviously working well enough that they're played Ferris to within 4 here through 30 minutes.
What have you seen from Grand Valley's offensive line? Just from my perspective, having watched Grand Valley a little bit, I think they're playing the best game they've played this year. I mean, they're playing really, really good football right now.
Fair.
I mean, what have you seen from that group?
Well, I don't know if they're necessarily trying to maybe run a little bit more at Ferris versus trying to do as much of the zone and stretch stuff that they often do. I don't know if I don't have obviously every team in the GLIAC's offensive line starting lineups, but I'm wondering if maybe they've moved a couple of pieces around, and so it looks like maybe they've just got some different guys playing some different spots with different focuses, and that seems to be working a little bit better than what they've been doing at different points of the season. So, but yeah, last week in that game it was definitely not what you expect to see, and that's why on the show we talked a lot about how, hey, Ferris, we've seen exactly what we would expect from them since the opening of the season, and around the rest of the GLIAC we saw a lot of stuff that we didn't. You know, Saginaw Valley didn't look very good the first few weeks. Grand Valley really hasn't looked like Grand Valley a lot of the season. Michigan Tech looked a lot better than what we expected, especially breaking out a new quarterback. And we've seen Northern Michigan be far more competitive week in and week out than we were used to seeing. So that's one of the joys of covering this league and being able to talk about stuff like this is there's always a surprise, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you know, Schuster for Grand Valley's been able to play a little bit better. He's been able to throw the ball. We knew, I think everybody, if you know anything about Division II football, and you know about Grand Valley, they got two really good receivers, Lynn Weichel and Kellen Reed, very good receivers, and they've been able to make them involved in the lineup. But on the Ferris State side, what are you thinking about Tariq Brett? I mean, he's playing like an All-American right now.
Well, and it seems like I keep hearing from different people that he's like a new name. I'm like, I remember him from last year. And I'm like, I don't know how new he is. That's a guy who made a ton of plays for Ferris State a year ago. So known quantity coming in, and somebody that if you're going to have a prayer of being Ferris State, somehow you got to keep that guy from getting the ball in space. And that's obviously, you know, what Coach Anise tries to do with that offense is get his playmakers the ball in space and then let them do what they do. And they've been very successful getting Brett open a couple of different times today where he could just run free and make plays and make guys miss. And tackling in space is key for both of these teams as they go through the second half. And the team that probably does that a little bit better is going to have the better chance to win. And so far, neither team has probably done that to the standard that they would like to see for themselves.
And what have you seen with this environment here today, 10,000 plus here at Top Taggart Field? I'm not sure how many people can actually see the game in this stadium right now, but we had D1 Rejects here doing their show, and of course, we've been sold out this year, and I don't know how many games in this series, how many games in this series have been sold out at capacity, and what does that say about this rivalry on the national stage?
Well, and what's funny is when we were doing some prep work for last week, that's one of the things that you go back 20 years, that's always the ebb and flow, right? So in the 90s, Grand Valley Ferris was pretty huge. In the aughts, Grand Valley and Saginaw was pretty huge. In the teens, it was mostly Ferris and Ashland, and maybe a little bit Ohio Dominican. And so now this rivalry has really come back around, late teens and through the 20s here so far, where it has become back to the preeminent one, certainly in the GLIAC, but arguably the biggest weekend of the season in terms of D2Football.com and D2 football in general, because this is one that everybody has eyes on every year.
Tony, speaking of D2Football.com, you guys get to have the show every Sunday night. What's it like just being able to interact with some of the fans and talk about these great games going on?
Well, it's fun to actually think that there are people out there who waste as much time with this stuff as I do. So, you know, most of us must either have really patient wives or spouses or whatever else, which I'm fortunate enough to have that. But it's just great because there really is. I mean, I think the word community gets overused sometimes, but that's really kind of what D2 has become, in that you get a lot of fans that look forward to that Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And even around the country, you see Monday night at 7 Central for the NSIC, and our GLIAC show is Wednesday nights at 8. It's amazing to me how many people are actually there live commenting on things and watching the show as we're recording it. Part of why we do it the way we do it is so that people can watch it whenever they want. Having that YouTube channel is a great way to disseminate content. You guys leverage it as well as anybody in the country, and so we do the same thing. But I think that's the thing that I've marveled at the most, is just how many people actually make an appointment to watch us live. And it's pretty heartwarming to think that there are enough fans out there that really want to pay attention to stuff that we're doing, you know, mostly as a hobby, and that people share that enthusiasm and that joy that we do too. It's really a gas.
Finally here, what are you hoping to see for both teams here in the second half?
I want to see more of what we just saw, right? Up and down the field, lots of playmaking, and might be interesting to see if the defenses could get a couple more stops and whatever else. But yeah, I mean, this is the type of kind of normally this game has a little bit been more of a rock fight the last few years, and this is a little bit more of a, okay, I'm going to hit you from over here instead of right in the middle of the duking up. But obviously we want to see something that goes down to the last minute, and so far that's what we've got. So gosh, if we could get another 30 minutes of this, I'd be thrilled.
Well, Tony, we appreciate all the coverage and everything you guys do each and every week, and thanks for being here today, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Rob, Sandy, you guys have been great partners for us and great supporters of what we do, so
likewise.
The appreciation is absolutely reciprocal. You guys have been so awesome in helping us being able to deliver that content and be able to talk about what you guys do and the great team that you guys have built here and the great program, so we're grateful for your help as well.
Tony Nicolette from D2Football.com. Of course, you can catch their show each and every week, 8 p.m. on Sunday nights on YouTube and on the social media platforms. Thanks for being with us again, and enjoy the rest of the game.
Always a pleasure. You guys too.
We'll be back with more halftime coverage in 2 minutes right here on Sunny 97.3.
Your source for all of your
Appreciate you, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the return of your Ferris State University Bulldog Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Ferris State dance team.
A few different drives in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, the Bulldogs were scoring quick, so I mean, it's a little bit misleading in that sense, but at the same time, I mean, you do start to get a concern about maybe a cumulative effect as the game goes on. But we'll see how that goes if the Bulldogs can reestablish that running game in the second half. If that might be a point of emphasis for the coaching staff at halftime, is maybe the offensive adjustment they might be looking for.
Ferris State in that first half, the Bulldogs were led by Tariq Brett, 7 carries for 86 yards and 2 scores on the ground. He also had 3 catches for 53 yards and 2 scores in the air, 4 touchdowns in the first half. Wyatt Bauer was 7 of 12 for 117 yards passing and 2 scores. Brady Rose had 3 carries for 44 yards. Carson Golker 5 catches for 84 yards to lead the Bulldogs. So Tariq Brett's been the guy that's been able to finish the drives for Ferris State. Both Rose and Golker have been effective targets as well for Ferris State on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs have really liked what they've seen from those two in particular. They probably would like to see if they can get the wideouts established here a little bit more in this game. Then hopefully that'll loosen up Grand Valley in the box a little bit so they can start to run that ball maybe a little bit better in the second half. But again, got to love what you've seen from Tariq Brett. He has been really a weapon that we expect him to be out there for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs have needed everything he's given so far.
Overall, Ferris State 139 yards on the ground, 151 yards in the air, and a balanced Ferris State attack in that first half. Eric Jackson led the Bulldog defense with 7 stops. On the back end, Isaiah Byers with 5 tackles here for the Bulldogs. Let's take a look at the scoring summary. Ferris State struck first. Opening drive for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes in, 6 plays, 65 yards. It was Wyatt Bauer finding Tariq Brett on a 28-yard touchdown throw. The Bulldogs then take advantage of a Grand Valley State turnover. They move 63 yards in 5 plays. Bauer found Brett again on a 5-yard touchdown throw to put the Bulldogs up 14-0 with 4:08 to play in the first quarter. Grand Valley State, though, answers 6 plays, 74 yards. Schuster finds Fertney on a 49-yard touchdown throw with 39 seconds left in the first to cut the lead to 14-7. The Bulldogs, though, respond. 4 plays, 72 yards. Took just a minute and 18 seconds. And Tariq Brett found the end zone for the 3rd time with a 41-yard keeper on the ground to make it 21-7. Grand Valley State, though, a couple big drives, 8 plays, 66 yards. Brady Drogosh to Kellen Reed for 7 yards, and the score brought the Lakers back within 7 with 9:54 to go in the first half. Then with 2:55 to play in the first half, they tie it up at 21 as Bird hauls in a 27-yard scoring throw from Schuster to finish off a 12-play, 83-yard drive. The Bulldogs, though, a quick drive, 1 minute and 17 seconds. They move 84 yards in just 6 plays. Tariq Brett, his 4th touchdown from 24 yards out with 95 seconds left, gave the Bulldogs a 28-21 lead, but too much time for Grand Valley. The Lakers, 8 plays, 39 yards, and Basic with a 54-yard field goal to cut the lead to 28-24, which is where we stand here at halftime. We'll see if the Bulldogs here in the second half can really continue that offensive production and hopefully find a way to slow down this Grand Valley State offense.
Yeah, I think that's one of these half times where I think both defensive coaching staffs right now are just really trying to tighten some things up here for their respective teams. But, at the same time, the Bulldogs have been effective offensively, and they've been able to strike. It's just it may be a matter of if this game continues to trend in the direction it's going, that the Bulldogs offense and the Laker offense, they're going to have to be able to keep pace, and it could come down to which defense can tighten things up a little bit better in the second half.
The specialists starting to make their way back. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Back to get you ready for the second half after this timeout right here on Sunny 97.3.
Whether it's a game-winning kick or protecting your home,
Precision makes a difference. Big Rapid Roofing is a proud supporter of Bulldog football and all things Ferris State.
Everyone to Top Taggart Field as we get set for half number 2. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you as the Bulldogs lead it 28-24 in the Anchorbone Classic. And judging by the crowd right now, not many people have left the stadium here. If they have, they're back early here for the start of the second half. Of course, no re-entry here with some of the regulations implemented here with the alcohol sales here at Ferris State. So that kept a lot of people here, and they've also stuck around for a pretty good football game.
I think that's probably the biggest thing is this has been a really, really good football game, and not too many people have exited the stadium here to this point. As certainly the student section, the hill, and most of the opposite side bleachers are still pretty packed. So I think they know that we've had a good one through the first half, and no reason why we won't have a good one in the second half.
Of course, Ferris State right now 7-0 on the year. Grand Valley State at 4-2, but the Lakers have not played like a 4-2 team so far here in this ball game. They put it together offensively, maybe one of their best offensive games so far, at least through one half on the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is their offensive line has played probably as well as it's played all season, and that's allowed them to have the protection to be able to pass, and also the protection to at least have enough of a running game to keep the Bulldogs honest. And so that's what they've been able to do. We'll see what the Bulldogs choose to do here in the second half. Now, the Bulldogs did have their moments where they were able to be disruptive, and we'll see if they can do that maybe a little bit more consistently in the second half.
Domino's Pizza of Big Rapids proudly supports Bulldog football. You can order online at Domino's.com. Ferris State volleyball at home tonight, a 5 o'clock match. Just across campus at the Ava Glavin Sports Complex inside Bulldog Arena. The Bulldogs hosting Purdue Northwest in GLIAC play again. Match time 5 o'clock for Family Day. All youth 17 and under get in free today to watch the Bulldogs, top 20 team in the country. A chance to go for the weekend sweep after a win on Thursday night over Davenport.
Yeah, Bulldogs very, very impressive in their last game out. And looking to see if they can keep that momentum going here this afternoon. And, wow, what a season they've had. What a streak that the Bulldog volleyball team has.
Of course, today a blackout game. A lot of the fans wearing red, but a lot of them got the memo about the black as well. Maybe due to some of the cooler temperatures. The student section certainly got the memo here in the south end zone at Top Taggart Field.
Or they just happen to have black coats. Either way, we'll take it as they pretty dark colored over there in the student section for the most part.
Of course, the Bulldogs wearing the all-black uniforms. Thus, part of the reason for the blackout here at Top Taggart Field is we get set for half number 2, and the Bulldogs will have to kick it off to Grand Valley State to start this second half of play as Mitch Middleton will be the kicker here for Ferris State. A 28-24 lead in this first series or so. Going to be huge here in terms of what happens in the second half of play.
Yeah, you know, the Lakers certainly would like to reestablish the momentum that they had probably going toward the end of the first half, see if they can get that back going here in the second half. Bulldogs looking to make some adjustments defensively to try to slow down this Laker attack.
And we are underway here in half number 2. Is this one going to be driven deep? Back in the end zone is Weichel. He kind of stumbled, but he comes out with it. Weichel trying to turn upfield and going to be wrestled down inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. That's where the Grand Valley State offense will start this second half of play.
Yeah, Weichel had his momentum kind of going back toward the end zone there, and made a decision to come on out. Pretty good coverage down there to haul him down there short of the 20-yard line.
So the Laker offense huddled up over there on the far side. Tim Allen, Caleb Davis, Marquis Jones. Stanley Lambert, the 4 starters back in there on the defensive line for Ferris State. As the Bulldog linebackers will get set. It looks like Hamby, the freshman, going to get the start here in the second half at linebacker here for Ferris State.
Byers over there as well.
Schuster in the gun here to start half number 2. First down and 10 for Grand Valley as they give it off. No, it's Schuster on the throw. Here to Drogosh on the outside. Good open field stop made by the Bulldogs. Justin Payout coming up from the back end to wrestle down Drogosh, and I think he lost a yard or 2.
They're going to give him -2 on that play as he was tackled right at the 15.
So the Bulldogs here force Grand Valley State into 2nd and 12. Here to start half number 2 as the Lakers drive from left to right as we look down from the Ferris State sideline here inside the Wheeler Pavilion press box this afternoon. In the gun is Schuster with a man left side here. 3 receivers in the formation, make it 4 as Fertney moves out to the outside in the flat. He hauls in the pass. The Bulldogs missed the stop here, and then finally coming up to make the hit out of play is Jeremiah Housey, but a first down for the Lakers as I think Madison was the one that missed on the initial tackle attempt for the Bulldogs.
Fertney's quietly put together a pretty effective game right there as he just pops off the line of scrimmage, turns his shoulders, looks back, and ball right there in his hands.
Grand Valley State a first down here to start half number 2. First down and 10 out to the 31-yard line for the Lakers as they look for their first lead here of this football game. 4-man front here for the Bulldogs is Schuster going to fake the give. Ball thrown and no flags here. It's incomplete as he was trying to hook up with the receiver here on the short route across the middle over the top of that Bulldog defense.
Looking for a quick hitter opportunity right there as they were trying to see if they could get a step there, get an inside move there. Donovan Johnson trying to get an inside move there on Austin Ware.
So this sets up 2nd and 10 here for the Lakers as Grand Valley State has it on the right side hash. Uzma Harper to the right side of Schuster. As Schuster surveys the defensive front, trips to the wide side here for Grand Valley off the right side. Schuster looking left side here to Fertney on the inside route, and good pursuit to the football by the Bulldogs. Short gain here out to the 36-yard line, but it'll be 3rd down coming up again here for Grand Valley.
Cut that distance for a first down in half there, making it about 3rd and 5.
So a big play here for Ferris State defensively as the Bulldog defense tries to get a stop here at the Ferris State sideline, trying to get the fans fired up below us here at Top Tiger Field. 3rd down as Schuster sends a man left, trips to the right side of the formation. Bulldogs showing pressure from that far side. Schuster with the hard count, back to throw, looking right side for Uzma Harper, and
short.
Alston Ware comes up with the stop for the Bulldogs. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. Needed to get to the 41. They're going to mark him short here at the 40-yard line.
About a yard short.
So the Lakers have it 4th and a yard. Will Coach Wooster go for it here for Grand Valley State? He did last week against Saginaw Valley late in the ball game, but he comes on with the punting units.
Yeah, this is, well, I tell you what, you're tempted here. Bulldogs now trying to match personnel here.
Ferris State trying to get the right personnel out there as Brady Rose will come on. Here as the Bulldogs had to get the special teams unit out there. Some of the defensive guys were saying no, but the special teams unit does end up out there here for Ferris State. Punting situation, Rose back to receive here inside his own 20. Brady turns right here for Ferris State, tries to get a block on the edge. Rose out across the 25 and out of bounds near the 30-yard line, and out will come the Bulldog offense.
Bulldogs forced the punt there as Grand Valley right there. Surely had to be pretty tempting. Good punt there, and Brady looking for the wall here on that return, but give Grand Valley credit. Bulldogs get a little bit of a block there that helped spring him, maybe get him a few extra yards, maybe 5 extra yards up that Laker sideline.
So first down and 10 here for Ferris State, officially at the 29. Here is Wyatt Bauer. We'll have Tariq Brett, Tay Boyd, Cam Underwood, and Brady Rose still in the offensive formation along with Carson Gulker. Here is the H-back for Ferris State on first down and 10. Off the far side hash, the Bulldogs bring Brady Rose back into the offensive backfield. In motion is Brett. Bauer will run the option pitch here to Rose. Rose tackled hard. Good stop made defensively by Grand Valley. Coming up from the secondary to make the hit was Chris Little, the freshman here for Grand Valley.
Yeah, good speed pursuit there by Grand Valley's defense, able to trip Brady Rose up right at the line of scrimmage there as Bulldogs, keep running that type of play. It's going to set the stage here for another one of those reverses if Grand Valley keeps over pursuing.
Rose back into the offensive backfield. They'll fake the give. A quick throw here to Gulker on the outside. He hauls it in, but only good for about a yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 9 coming up now here for Ferris State.
Grand Valley sideline trying to get fired up here as Bulldogs got a big 3rd down. Still relatively deep in their own territory.
11:18 to play here in the 3rd. 3rd and 9 from the Ferris State 30. Wyatt Bauer with Tariq Brett in the backfield. Rose moves in motion to the wide side. Wyatt looking to throw here for Ferris State. And the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage and broke it up. It'll be 4th down coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Well, I tell you what, if that's not tipped, Brady Rose was open. That was going to be a 1st down.
So big play at the line of scrimmage for Josh Williams, the defensive lineman here for GVSU. They got a piece of it, I believe, and Ferris State will have to punt the football away here. So both teams have traded 3 and outs essentially here to start the second half of play.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good pressure right up front there. He kind of had his hands kind of right up under the chin of one of the Bulldog offensive linemen, Bob Anderson.
LaShawn Mumfield just gets this one away here, and it's a good one. Going to force Weichel all the way back. The Bulldogs trying to make the stop here, and Weichel ran out of bounds out near the 20-yard line, saves a few yards, but pretty good coverage downfield here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Lynn Weichel not wanting to maybe surrender too many more yards right there, decides to pick it up off the bounce, and he's got pretty good hands and good trust because that one was over his head there and kind of made the basket catch with his back turned.
So 1st down here for Grand Valley, 10:51 to play in the 3rd quarter of action. You're in tune to Bulldog football. Live right here from inside the Wheeler Pavilion. Rob Bentley and Sandy Golston with you here on FloCollege, and Sunny 97.3 is looks like change here again at quarterback for Grand Valley State as Zach Olnizak comes on. Olanizak here for GVSU. Tougher name to pronounce here, as he's going to keep it here on the carry to the right side and ran out of bounds here out near the 23-yard line. Short gain here to the right side of the formation. First time we've seen him here this afternoon. We mentioned they've played 3 quarterbacks, and he's certainly got some opportunities as well.
First look right there gives the Bulldogs a little bit of their medicine right there. Fakes the dive inside, comes back outside on the run, and solid gain right there. We're going to give him almost 5 on that. Give him actually about 5.
Olanizak will stay out there. The freshman from Lapeer has a man behind him here in the offensive backfield, facing a 4-man Ferris State front. The Bulldogs put another defender here at the line of scrimmage. Woods will shift to his right. Out of the shotgun set. He'll give it off to Woods up the middle, and short gain here out to the 28. It'll be 3rd and short, though, coming up here for the Lakers. 3rd and about 2 or 3.
Yeah, looks like they gave him maybe about 3. So looking at 3rd and 2, they're going to say they gave him 2, so 3rd and 3.
He'll check out at quarterback. Back on will come Drogosh here on 3rd down. 9:52 to play in the 3rd quarter, and again another huge defensive 3rd down play here for Ferris State. Sio Saipa'i, a man in the middle, along with Javon Ruffin here for Ferris State. Uzma Harper shifts left side of Drogosh, working in the shotgun set. 3 receivers here on the formation with 2 to the wide side. Drogosh on the keeper, right side off tackle, breaks a tackle and has the 1st down out near the 40-yard line as they got a good push to that left side.
They did, just created enough of a seam there for Drogosh to slip his way through for a 1st down.
So Grand Valley State moving the sticks here against the Bulldogs as the Lakers have it out to the 41-yard line, approaching midfield here on their 2nd offensive series here of half number 2. Standing room only crowd still here for the start of the second half of this Anchor Bone Classic. Ferris State leads it 28-24. Drogosh will send Uzma Harper here to his left side. Grand Valley with 2 out wide. Drogosh on the keeper, back to the right side. Got a couple blocks here. The Bulldogs wanted a flag thrown, did not get it, and the Lakers will have a 1st down to the Ferris State 48.
Yeah, it should have been a hold, was not called, and unfortunately for the Bulldogs, that hurts right there. Is a pretty clear hold right there that was not called, as Brady Hamby, the true freshman, was pretty clearly held.
Back on will come Lamancusa here at the defensive end spot for Ferris State. Haven't seen Nolan Ziegler in some time here at linebacker, as Hamby has came on and taken a lot of the snaps here for the Bulldogs. Ferris State showing pressure from the right side. Drogosh will keep it here off the right side. Got a good lead again here and stretches forward here, and he gets it down to the Bulldog 36. Move the chains again here for GVSU.
The Bulldogs a little taste of their own medicine right there with a strong run, power to the right, and able to get another seam for a big first down.
So first down and 10 here for Grand Valley to the Ferris State 36. This defense has been on the field for a long time here today in this Anchorbone Classic.
Kind of just trying to get some answers right now is Lakers have been able to move the ball a little bit more effectively on the ground, particularly with Drogosh running the ball.
Tighter set here for Grand Valley as he's got power look to the right. Drogosh will take the low snap. He's going to give it off to Uzma Harper up the middle, spinning forward, and got a couple yards here to about the 32-yard line. We'll give him 3 or 4, actually. So it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up here for the Lakers.
That was a tough snap, handled pretty well by Brady Drogosh to get the ball into the hands of Uzma Harper right there. It's a lot of timing on plays like that, and they were able to find a way to make it work.
So 2nd down coming up here for Grand Valley. 7 minutes to play in the third. Very time-consuming here so far in this drive here for the Lakers. Lakers have went power here against Ferris State. Bulldogs still in that 4-2 set here defensively. As the Lakers will send a man in motion. Weichel back to the near side. Drogosh will keep it off the left side. And the Bulldogs trying to chase him down from behind. They'll stand him up here, and he'll get another 3 or 4 yards. This will set up 3rd and short here inside the 30-yard line.
So again, puts them pretty comfortably in field goal range right now, but they're thinking first down and maybe more. They would like to come away with this lead if they can. Grand Valley going to bring in a little bit more power here to try to get this first down.
Just saw Jalen Jones come off the field with a little bit of a limp again here for Ferris State as Eric Jackson has to return here on the defensive side here for the Bulldogs. Hopefully nothing serious there as Jones had just came back from an injury. 6:04 to play in the third. 3rd and call it 2 from the Ferris State 28. Drogosh taking his time, will take the snap. Power left here for the Lakers, and they've got the first down here as he runs hard and gets it down inside the 25.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed run right there. Going to stop his forward progress, but got the first down by probably about 3 yards to spare.
Bulldogs rotating defensive tackles now is Ruffin, and Saipa-Ia will come back on for Davis and Jones. Here as the Lakers have a new set of downs to work with here. First down and 10 at the 23-yard line. Ferris State leads it 28-24, but the Lakers are on the move, looking for the go-ahead score late in this third quarter. Drogosh with a man to the left and a man behind him here in the offensive set off the left side hash. Woods will shift up left here for Grand Valley. Power left to be Wozniak, and nowhere to go as he ran into a host of Bulldogs off that far side and a loss of 4.
Yeah, Bulldogs just had too much penetration right there and just nowhere to run. Basically, that's one where you just hang on to the ball and make sure you don't turn it over.
He'll check out. Now will come Schuster back on here for the Lakers on 2nd and 14 here for Grand Valley as the Bulldogs have forced it Grand Valley backwards, at least on that last play. We'll see if they can find another big stop here on 2nd and long. Schuster with an empty backfield. 5 receivers in the formation. Bulldogs showing pressure. Schuster drops back, looking to throw. Lofts this one up over the top into double coverage and intercepted in the end zone. Giassi Madison, I believe, here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he just kind of threw that one up and overthrew his man just a little bit. Nice job there by Giassi Madison to get over there and pick that one off. That's a big one.
Payout was right there as well. We'll see who got the interception. It might have been Payout.
You're right. It might have been Payout here. We'll try to get a look at it right here. And
I think it was Justin Payout.
I think it was
came up with the interception in the end zone.
I think Giassi had the coverage, and Justin Payout came in over the top and got the interception right there. So the Lakers come up empty on that drive.
So Ferris State gets it back here at the 20-yard line. 4:27 to play in the third. First down and 10 here as Tariq Brett moves in motion. Wyatt Bauer on the keeper here for the Bulldogs as they try to get the power running game going out to the 24-yard line.
So it'll be interesting to see if that is a direction that the Bulldogs want to go as well. We know that the Lakers, judging from that last drive, that's what they want to do. And I think the Bulldogs want to try to consume some time off the clock right here. Certainly a design run there for Ferris State.
So Wyatt Bauer here picks up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 here for the Bulldogs. Bulldog defense with 2 takeaways here on the day. That was interception number 18 on the season, leading the country here for the Bulldogs. Bauer with a man right side. The Bulldogs are going to fake the give. Double reverse here to Brady Rose. He's got a wall ahead of him. Rose to the 30 and spun forward to the 35. The Bulldogs will move the chains here to the near side.
Oh, great job there by the Bulldogs. Remember Grand Valley, we talked about the potential to catch them pursuing really hard, maybe over pursuing, and then you run one of those reverse plays and try to make them pay the price. And that time the Bulldogs did a pretty good job of it right there. A little misdirection, a little trickery, and get the ball in the hands of Brady Rose.
First down and 10 here for the Bulldogs, out to the 34 as Bauer will shift Golker to his left here in the offensive set. Trips left, Rose in motion. Back to the wide side of the formation here for Ferris State. Wyatt will drop back to throw here for the Bulldogs. Looking here to the outside for Golker, and he hauls it in. Did he hold on or not?
I'll tell you what, he had Tariq Brett right down the seam, wide open. He kind of tried to get the ball to Golker, but the timing of the hit, looks like it jarred the ball free.
So incomplete the end result, and Ferris State will have it second down and 10, back to the 34-yard line as Golker was open initially, but hit hard as he went to catch the football in traffic. So second and 10 here as Bauer has two receivers off to each side. Brett in motion. It'll be a sweep to Tariq, and Tariq going to be thrown backwards as Brady Rose not able to maintain the block to that far side. Got a tough push, and that kind of knocked him back into Tariq Brett.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 11 here for Ferris State. Trying to extend this drive here a little bit as want to give, if nothing else, want to give your defense a little bit of a break right there. It's a tough blocking opportunity there for Brady Rose.
2:35 to play here in the third. Still a 4-point lead here for the Bulldogs in the Anchorbone Classic. Bauer with the empty set. Rose in motion to the short side. Blitz coming. The Bulldogs pick it up. Tariq Brett has it. Can he get the first down? He leans forward and going to be just shy of the first down to the 42-yard line. Good pursuit late here by Grand Valley State as Jason Hardy was there for the Lakers along with Quinn Wills. And it'll be 4th down coming up. 4th and a yard. The Bulldogs maybe going to leave the offense out there.
He's going to punt. Nope.
It's going to be Wyatt Bauer here off the right side. And I think he got just enough for the first down. The Bulldogs went with the quick snap, and they moved the chains out to the 46.
Well, I thought he was going to drop back and punt, but Tony says, nope, I'm going for it. And nice job here by Wyatt Bauer there as Grand Valley had pretty good penetration. They're able to wrap him up, but good job there by Wyatt to carry for just enough yardage to get the first down.
So the Bulldogs move the chains here as the offense awaits the play call here with 90 seconds to go, 15 on the play clock here in quarter number 3. A score here on this drive would be huge for the Bulldogs. Tariq Brett will line up in the backfield. Rose back in motion. It'll be Bauer again on the keeper here. Short gain here for Wyatt out to the 49. They'll give him 3 here, and that'll set up 2nd and 7 here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Bulldogs, you can tell, trying to control that clock a little bit more with this offensive philosophy right there is a little bit of a fake sweep to Brady Rose and trying to get a good push up front.
So 2nd down here for Ferris State. Bulldog football live here today in the Anchorbone Classic presented by Mancino's along with Culver's Buffalo Wild Wings and Crankers of Big Rapids. Here comes Rose in motion. Bauer with the hard count here. Play clock at 10 here as the Bulldogs look back to the sideline. Down to 7. Wyatt facing a 4-man front. Pressure coming from the right side. The Bulldogs will give it off to Golker on the sweep. Carson into Laker territory and out of bounds. Down inside the Grand Valley State 40. Another first down pickup here with 31 seconds to play here in the third period.
Yeah, the many different ways you can get the ball in the hands of Carson Golker, and that time just off the handoff there as he comes right there. A lot of room. Grand Valley pinched in a little bit hard and left the outside for Carson Golker to run for the first down.
Bulldogs here going to line back up. They do not have to run a play just yet here to end the third quarter, but we'll see if they elect to do so. 6 seconds left here as Bauer will motion out Tariq Brett. Wyatt here on the design keeper. Off the right side, has some room to run. A flag thrown as Bauer's going to score, but a penalty flag all the way back at the 43-yard line.
You know what? They're going to get Jarvis Wyndham with a hold, but I got to tell you, I'm not so sure he did. I think he just got in the way of the defensive lineman, but we'll see. Yeah, he held him. That's a good call.
So penalty flag here at the end of the third quarter. And we'll see if we get another down or not. It looks like we will not. We'll head to the fourth at the Acre-Bone Classic. Ferris State leads it 28-24 back in 60 seconds here on Sunny 97.3.
In the College of Business, I'm fully engaged in my major, and I don't like to learn alone.
The AI program has offered me real-world relevance that's preparing me for my career.
It's expanding my understanding of leadership. I can support a better future for everyone.
The College of Business at Ferris State to me is about opportunity. Opportunity.
Opportunity.
The College of Business at Ferris State University. I'm ready.
Hey guys, come along with me as I show you what it's like being a TNP student at Ferris State. First, you go get your camera equipment from Media Supply. Now, work on getting the perfect shots.
And welcome back to Top Taggart Field. We are getting ready for the fourth quarter of action here between the Bulldogs and the Lakers. Bulldogs lead it 28-24 as we go into the fourth quarter of this contest. And Golston, Rob Bentley here, bringing you the action as the Bulldog offense comes back onto the field. Bulldogs just had what would have been a long touchdown run from Wyatt Bauer, wiped out due to a holding penalty. So that's going to put the Bulldogs in a situation right now where they're going to try to see if they can bounce back from that penalty and try to eat up some of those yards. The good news is that they do get to keep the down, even though they lose the 10 yards.
So Ferris State will get set here as the Bulldogs work here from left to right. Just waiting for something here. The time's already up on the scoreboard, but we're waiting for the officials here to put the ball back in play here to start this final quarter of play. 28-24 lead for the Bulldogs here in the Acre-Bone Classic. Coming down to the fourth quarter as Wyatt Bauer will take the snap. Bauer up the middle off the left side. Tough running here. Did not get a whole lot right there. Maybe a couple here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they've been able to do a pretty good job, Grand Valley, defensively of kind of closing up the inside running lanes here. And we'll see if Wyatt maybe going to have to pop these outside here a little bit more to try to see if he can find a running lane. But give Grand Valley's defensive line credit. They've been pretty good inside on the inside runs.
Call it 2nd and 18 here after the penalty to end the third here for the Bulldogs in Laker territory at the Grand Valley 47. Brady Rose looking to throw on the throwback. He's got Wyatt Bauer. Wyatt has a convoy ahead of him down the sideline and out of bounds. Near the 30-yard line, going to be a little bit short.
Ooh,
but a nice play call by the Bulldogs.
Got a tough spot right there, but yeah, it was a great play call. Trying to get the Lakers over pursuing there a little bit. As we get the throwback here, and Brady Rose here. Nice job there by Wyatt to sell that he's just going to be standing there, and then it comes right back to him.
So they'll call it about 3 yards short of the first down at the 32, where he was marked out on that Lakers sideline. 3rd and call it 3 here for the Bulldogs. Could be 4-down territory. As Rose will get it on the sweep, able to stiff arm the defender. He's got the first down inside the 20-yard line here for the Bulldogs.
Boy, that was a big-time stiff arm there by Brady Rose as Quinn Willis was coming up from the secondary to try to make a tackle. It was a one-on-one play here, and Brady Rose, not the biggest guy on the field, big-time stiff arm right there. That's a SportsCenter top 10 type play.
Ferris State first down and 10 here. Going to be marked at the 22. The Bulldogs will give it off to Tariq Brett. Took a hard shot, got it down inside the 21 here on a short game for the Bulldogs. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They tried to make a big cut there, and hopefully he's okay right there as he's trying to shake that one off here a little bit. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Of course, we mentioned the Bulldogs minus Zach Ahern, minus Kevell Cooper in the offensive backfield, and it's been a combination of Brady Rose, Carson Golker, and Tariq Brett here today in that offensive tailback spot here for the Bulldogs.
Just trying to find a way to kind of manufacture a tailback type running game.
Bulldogs will line up here with Rose to the right side of Wyatt Bauer here at the 21-yard line. Rose will motion out. Wyatt back to throw, has time, delivers the ball here, and it's a little bit high for Tay Boyd. Fortunately, was not intercepted here as that'll set up 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Tay A lot of extension there. Tay Boyd at about 6'4". That ball is still a little bit high, as you mentioned. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, not ended up in a tipped ball that perhaps could have been intercepted.
See what the Bulldogs could do here on third down. Would be a long field goal from this point, but would give you a 7-point lead if you can convert. Of course, the Bulldogs have two kickers, Eddie Jewett, Mitch Middleton. Middleton maybe the longer kicker here for Ferris State as he warms up down below us. Bulldogs thinking points here, though, and maybe not the field goal kind. Bauer on the keeper, and Grand Valley State was not fooled on the design fake, and maybe a yard at most here in fourth down coming up, and the Bulldogs will send on the field goal unit here, and it will be Eddie Jewett to attempt this try here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the timing was just a little bit off there as Grand Valley was kind of pinching in from the sides, and Bulldogs trying to get the timing there where they might have been able to slip ahead of those two guys coming in, but Grand Valley coming in fast. A lot of speed on that Laker defense.
It'll be about a 38-yard try here for Steady Eddie to the south end to Top Taggart. 12-10 to play in the ball game. Rose gets the hold down. Kick is on the way. It's got the distance, and the kick is up and good. Steady Eddie gives Ferris State a 31-24 lead.
A big job there by Eddie Jewett banging that one through. The Bulldogs go back up by 7 points, and those are huge points in a game that's been pretty much tightly contested, almost from the point that the Bulldogs went up 14-0 and then Grand Valley came up and made it 14-7. Ever since it was 14-7, it's been a tightly contested battle most of the game. Well, Bulldogs did go up by 14 one more time, but it's been a battle between these two teams, and any points that you can get at this point are huge. And so, great job by Eddie Jewett to be able to bang that one in. Obviously, the Bulldogs would love to have gotten a touchdown, but not quite in the cards for Ferris State in this one.
One thing it did do is it kept that Ferris State defense on the sideline, maybe a chance to get a little more rest than they've had at times here in this ball game today, as Ferris State takes a 31-24 lead here with 12:03 to go in the ball game. Points on that drive for Ferris State in a game where, at least in the second half, points have kind of been at a premium here in this contest in the second half.
And to your point just a little bit ago, Bulldogs 15 plays, 59 yards, 7 minutes, 24 seconds. Eddie Jewett from 38 yards out to give the Bulldogs the lead. Or the 7-point lead, I should say.
So Mitch Middleton will kick it away here for Ferris State as the Bulldogs will be kicking toward the south end. Grand Valley State with Weichel and Reed both back to receive. It'll be Kellen Reed here from the 10-yard line for the Lakers, and got a good block initially, but good coverage downfield here for the Bulldogs at the 23 or 24-yard line as the tackle was made here by, I believe Trey Rigby is going to be the man that came up with the stop here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Nolan Ziegler came down there and had a good shot at him. They were able to get a pretty good block on Nolan Ziegler, who might have been able to blow that one up as Len Weichel able to trip him up. But the Bulldogs do eventually make a great tackle there. Rigby coming in there and wrapping up. Bulldogs right now defensively looking for a stop.
So Grand Valley State will line up here, and we got a timeout.
Chain gang trying to get
Officials
themselves set here.
Fix the chains.
They're going to take a little extra time here. Bulldogs with a nice answer there in this game here with Grand Valley as Bulldogs able to get that field goal on the board. Eddie Jewett's made some big kicks during his career, and that certainly one of the bigger ones right now is maybe an equipment issue with one of the markers over there that they're trying to get fixed. So in a little bit of a delay here, is looks like they are got the chain all set here, trying to get that down marker fixed. And I think we're pretty close to being ready to play football.
So here we go as Drogosh will be the quarterback here for Grand Valley State to start this series here for the Laker offense. As soon as they let play get set here with 11:58 to go, Ferris State leads it 31-24. The Lakers starting this drive here at their own 24. Sun shining here. Beautiful day for football here to end the month of October.
Yeah, spectacular fall football weather.
So the Lakers will start here on first down. He's got a man left side here in the offensive backfield. 3 receiver set here for Drogosh. As Drogosh will give it off on the sweep to the right. And nothing doing this time for the Bulldogs. Did a nice job around that right side as the Lakers did not get a whole lot right there on the carry around the right side from Kenneth Jones. First time we've seen him carry the ball today.
Yeah, that left side of Grand Valley, or the Bulldog defensive front, able to get over there and just kind of flood the running lanes there as Grand Valley tried to stretch that play out, but Bulldogs do a good job of moving down the line and finally gang tackling there at the end for just a couple-yard gain.
So the Lakers line up here is Grand Valley State with power to the left. Drogosh in the gun here.
A false start.
And
Right,
it will
right
be
guard.
a false start called here against Grand Valley. Now we had a little extra curricular
Offense,
activity,
number
but I'm not sure
52.
the officials saw it as one of the
penalty.
Lakers kind of
Second down.
fell over after a little shove from Ralph Carter.
Yeah, I think maybe a little bit of embellishment right there as Grand Valley with a procedure penalty there. Right guard jumped out of his stance and it cost them 5 yards.
So this sets up 2nd and 13 here for the Lakers, as a stop here would be huge on this series here for the Ferris State defense. Bulldogs here in that 4-2 look as Grand Valley State sends 3 receivers out to the wide side of the formation. Fertney, the tight end, lined up out wide here against Madison. As GVSU awaits the snap. Schuster back on, back to throw. Looking over the top, deep throw and complete the Weichel. It's broken up and incomplete is what the official is going to say, or out of bounds.
Wooster is upset. I think it's incomplete. They're saying he did not finish the catch.
They're going to call it incomplete, did not hold on. And that will set up 3rd and long unless he decides to challenge. He's got the challenge flag out.
He's thinking about it. I honestly did not get a good look at it. Here, we'll look at the replay on Ferris Television. You know what? He didn't have control. No, don't do it, Scott. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's going to call timeout. Don't do. Oh, he is going to do it. That's not a catch. It's not a catch.
He's going to do it. Could not see from the sideline either on the angle we just saw. So
it's not a catch.
We'll wait and see.
He was juggling it, going out of bounds, and he never really. He tried. I think when he tried to transfer it here. We'll take a look at the replay here. But I was getting ready to say Weichel coming out of the slot. But he catches it here. Makes a somewhat clean catch here. But watch the ball as he's juggling here as he tries to make the transfer. And he's starting to juggle it there a little
Grand
bit.
Valley is taking a charge
and the ball's
timeout
kind of coming
to
out even
challenge
before
the
the
ruling
hit.
on the field of an
to me, that's
incomplete
not a
pass.
catch, but you never
Play
know.
is under further review.
The officials will head down to the replay tent here to take a look at it. Here it was opposite the Lakers sideline, right down here on the Bulldogs sideline. So Coach Wooster, I think, was waiting maybe for the guys upstairs to take a look at it. Of course, the sideline technology here that both teams have in the GLIAC gives them an opportunity maybe to discuss at least quickly before they make the determination if they want to throw the flag or not.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously wants, as you mentioned, he obviously wants his guys in the booth on the opposite end of the press box to take a look at it here. But, you know, again, as we'll see the look at the replay here again, pretty good pocket right there, and gets the ball out there. And let's see if we get a chance to see it. And that angle kind of cut off there a little bit, not able to quite see it. But, you know, he was trying to transfer it there, and I'm not sure he ever completely had control of the football. So we'll see here. But Scott Wooster, Grand Valley's head coach, he's going to come and work the officials again. I know he realizes this is potentially a big play for his team.
We'll see how long the officials take a look at this play here as the Bulldogs in coverage, a little bit short getting there.
It's kind of, see, the ball's kind of moving a little bit. He's trying to get it, then he's kind of squirting out there a little bit. To me, I don't think he completed the process of the catch, but you know what? Anytime you go to replay, kind of like rolling, kind of like playing the lottery. So, I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
You do not have the good look, at least on that angle, from the sideline to see if he was inbounds either.
That's a good point, too.
Although the other two angles involving the coach's footage could potentially have a different type of look at it as well. So there is an end zone look that comes off one of the coach's footage from the north end zone, a little bit of ways away, all the way down the field. So we'll see how good that angle is as well.
Yeah. So they're going to certainly do their due diligence to take a look at it here. A little bit of a wider angle right here, still from the broadcast angle there. There's a pretty good throw right there as he's bobbling the ball right there, and I don't know, from that angle, I don't know, it might be a catch. That's
I think from
slow
that
motion, it looks a little bit more like a catch and a fumble.
From that angle, he certainly was inbound, so we'll wait and see here as
after reviewing, it is a catch.
So it
Receiver
was
fumbled the ball after
overturned
maintaining
here and
possession
called a catch.
At the 42-yard line, it will be 1st and 10.
So at the 43, so Grand Valley State will get a first down and 10 out of it.
And it's
Yeah, I mean,
retained their
after seeing
timeout
that
as
wide
well.
angle there, yeah, I think that's an understandable call.
I think the Lakers may be excited to get a call after what happened last week against Saginaw Valley.
Yeah, they feel like a couple things did not go in their favor last week at home, nonetheless.
10:48 to play here in the ball game. That a big call here as Grand Valley State gets new life here, a 31-24 Bulldog lead in the fourth quarter of this Anchor Bone Classic, but this one not over by any means here as Grand Valley State will line up here off the left side. Schuster at quarterback here for GVSU. Here as they get ready to start a new set of downs here. Schuster with a man to the right here in the offensive backfield in Jolman, who returns. Two receivers out to the wide side with one to the left here for the Laker offense. Jolman will get it on the handoff here and stacked up hard here at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short gain at most. Before the Bulldogs driving backwards, Caleb Davis and Javon Ruffin on the inside of that defensive front, along with Marquis Jones for the Bulldogs.
Got to give them 2 yards on the forward progress, but that defensive interior that you just mentioned, big part of holding that up right there, and they have got to be strong on the inside right now in this game because Grand Valley does still want to run that football, at least to keep the defense honest for their passing game.
Grand Valley now 2nd and 8 here from the 44 as they stay on the near side hash. Schuster will send a man to the right. Two receivers to the left side here on the short side of the formation with the power to the left. And Schuster's going to fake the give. He drops back.
Everything covered.
Flush from the pocket. Lofts that one up into the sideline. And Giassi Madison was the closest guy there as that'll be incomplete.
Everything was covered. That was a good, smart play there by Schuster to throw it away. Nothing open. Bulldogs had great coverage downfield.
So again, 3rd down coming up. And another huge defensive play. The Lakers got the new set of downs with the catch that was overturned on 3rd and long. And here they come up with a 3rd and 8 again. 3 receivers here for Schuster with Jolman behind him. Here in the offensive set, he'll shift up left side. Ferris State with 5 at the line of scrimmage. Schuster will send a man in motion in Fertney. Back to throw. Schuster from behind, and it's caught. A flag thrown, and Grand Valley State with the catch down inside the Bulldog 30 to Sean Bird. A flag on the play.
It's going to be an interesting call here.
You'd have to think probably it's against the Bulldogs in the defensive secondary, but you never do know.
Yeah, he just called defensive holding against the Bulldogs.
So that will certainly be negated. Two Bulldogs trying to vie for the football right there, kind of collided.
Holding.
That allowed Bird to
Defense,
make the catch.
number
And he
22.
gets it down inside
Penalty
the
is
Ferris
declined.
State 30 to the
Result of the play is
28.
first down.
It'll be a first down here for Grand Valley with 9:37 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, that was a great throw right there to get it downfield, and Bulldogs get called for holding, and then they're able to break a tackle and get a little bit farther downfield. So big play right there. Big chunk play for Grand Valley.
This crowd has not went anywhere here today in the Anchor Bone Classic. Still standing room only here. A sellout crowd on hand here. We'll see if the Bulldog defense can come up with another big play here against this Grand Valley State offense. Man in motion here as they look to throw. Short throw here to the sideline, and is it a catch? The official, I think, is going to call it a catch here down to the 24 to Weichel off the end-around throw here for GVSU.
Trying to run a little bit of the Bulldogs action right there as their 3rd-string quarterback right there with the throw. And Weichel moonwalking out of bounds, able to establish himself inbounds with the catch.
4-yard gain here, 2nd and 6 here as Schuster has Uzma Harper to his right. Bulldogs showing run blitz perhaps. Schuster now is going to drop back. Quick throw to the outside and incomplete. His receiver dropped it over there on that far side. That was Johnson who could not hold on.
Yeah, that would have been a first down too.
So the Bulldogs giving a little bit of ground right there, and Johnson just not able to make the reception here. And this will set up 3rd and 6 here in what likely is 4-down territory here for the Lakers.
Yeah, he was turning upfield there and just did not finish the catch. And man, that would have almost certainly been a first down.
Bulldog crowd trying to come alive here at Top Tiger Field. Uzma Harper shifts up left side of Schuster here from the right side hash on 3rd and 6. Hard count here. He fakes the give. No, he gives it off to Uzma Harper. He drags forward, gets it to the 21, but short of the first down. It's 4th down coming up.
You know what that means? That means they were planning on going for it on 4th down all the way.
So 4th down, a field goal here still puts you at a 4-point difference with 8:37 to go. So
Clock is ticking for them. Bulldogs just had a seven-minute drive, so I think Scott Wooster thinking we got to get a touchdown.
The Laker offense going for it here on 4th down as the crowd once again coming alive here for the Bulldogs. Big defensive play here on 4th and 4. 4th and call it about 3.5 from the 22. The Lakers will motion a man out. Schuster looking to throw. From behind, he delivers the pass and broken up by Byers. Isaiah Byers got a hand on the football. No flags, and the defense is held for the Bulldogs.
As Scott Wooster over there looking for a flag, did not get it. Really good coverage there by Isaiah Byers. Pretty good pocket right there. Bulldogs sending some heat right there. You can see Tim Allen pretty close to getting there. Isaiah Byers, good coverage right there on his backside, and then gets the right arm away to knock the ball away.
Byers with a big play for the Bulldogs. 8:04 left here in the ball game as the Bulldogs will take over. Bauer in the gun here as Tariq Brett will move in motion here for Ferris State. And a flag thrown, and this is going to be a false start here against the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs get a procedure penalty, a pre-snap penalty. That's going to move them back 5 yards. And Grand Valley certainly likes that, but they did not like getting stopped on 1st down. Bulldogs maybe disputing that a little bit, but it's going to fall on deaf ears here as Ferris State will start now. 1st and 15 from their own 15.
Bulldogs here on the rollout to Golker, and he could not hold on. Low throw, and he had an opportunity with a couple defenders closing in and just not able to make the grab here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he had a group of Grand Valley players, including their outstanding linebacker, Anthony Cardamone, who was right there as well to try to defend that play. Even if he would have caught it, probably would have been minimal gain.
So call it 2nd and 15 here with 8 minutes remaining in the ball game. Ferris State leads it 31-24, but the Bulldogs back in their own end here at the 17-yard line. 4 receivers set here, make it 5. Bauer drops back, pressure coming, and a flag thrown here, and it's another false start here as the Bulldogs had some movement up front. This is going to make it
offense,
2nd and very long here for the Bulldogs.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
I didn't hear the number again, but 2 false starts for the Bulldogs on this drive.
Working the opposite way right now if you're Ferris State, and this is going to help Grand Valley State in terms of the field position if they can get off the field here against the Bulldogs.
For the Bulldogs, you just want to get it back in chunks. The good news is that it's still just 2nd down.
So Golker will shift to the right side here. Lined up behind the right tackle here for Ferris State on that offensive front. Bauer in motion. Going to keep it himself here for Ferris State. And he gets it out to the 15-yard line. Short gain here. And we got 3rd down coming up here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're definitely daring the Bulldogs to throw that football. They want to see the Bulldogs throw that football to the wideouts right there. You can see Grand Valley just really sitting at home inside between the tackles and trying to make sure that they can make good, clean tackles.
3rd and 17 here for the Bulldogs. They need to get it out to the 31-yard line to pick up the 1st down. Bauer with Brett to his right. He'll motion out to the wide side. Grand Valley State coming with the heat. Quick throw, and it's complete over there on that far side, but not yet a 1st down here for the Bulldogs.
But
to the 29-yard line, but that'll help the field position as Brett makes the catch here for Ferris State.
Yeah, that puts you in a much better punting position right now. So Bulldogs certainly, if they choose to punt, I don't know, they didn't quite as close as I thought it was. Oh, he jumped!
Grand Valley State jumped off sides. The Bulldogs were looking for Cam Underwood. They got a flag thrown, and the Bulldogs may have just drawn the Lakers off sides here with 6:52 to go in the ball game.
Oh, bad penalty by Grand
Defense
Valley.
number 0.
And it was a penalty against the Lakers. They jumped in off the right side.
On 4th down.
And I don't know that the Bulldogs had any intention of going for it on 4th down.
I think it was just a hard count. We know Wyatt can punt, and Grand Valley just gave the Bulldogs a free 1st down and a chance to milk maybe a few minutes off of this clock. 6:52 to go in the 4th quarter. Bulldogs 31-24 lead.
Bulldogs had 3 timeouts to work with as well. Coach Anise might have been saying, let's line up and see what happens, and that happened right there. 1st down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Bauer to throw, pressure coming again, hit as he throws, and fortunately not intercepted as Brady Rose collided with the defensive back, Jason Hardy, but Bauer took a hard shot from behind.
Yeah, Bulldogs, I think, tried to catch Grand Valley looking for a run, and went out there. Brady Rose kind of lost the height battle there a little bit here on essentially a jump ball, and ended up playing pretty good defense on that play, actually, even though he had the inside position.
So call it 2nd and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Clock inside of 7 minutes now here for Ferris State, a 31-24 lead. Bauer with twins to both sides, man in motion. It'll be Wyatt on the keeper here off the right side for the Bulldogs. Lowers the shoulder, flag thrown here late.
I think a Bulldog player had his helmet ripped off, maybe Jarvis Wyndham.
Jarvis Wyndham lost his helmet here for Ferris State, and we got a penalty flag, and we'll see who this is on and what this is all about.
Boy, I tell you what, it's a potentially big penalty right here as cooler heads trying to prevail here. If they let Jarvis stay out there, that tells you it's probably against Grand Valley.
Wait and see if it was offsetting or not.
Personal foul.
Personal
Hands
foul.
to the face. Defense.
Hands to the face against the
94.
Lakers.
That 15-yard
Scott Worcester did not like it over there on the Grand Valley State sideline.
You know, the good news about that is that because his helmet was ripped off, he's going to get to stay out there.
He may remain in the game.
So that will move the football into Grand Valley territory as well here at the Laker 48. So the Lakers not helping themselves with a couple big penalties here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Huge penalties, Rob. Bulldogs now chance to continue to work that clock here.
Bulldog fans looking on here, standing room only here today at Top Taggart Field. Bauer will send Rose around here for Ferris State. Lined up next to him here on the right side, and a give here inside to Brady. And yards tough to come by here against that Laker front.
Yeah, Bulldogs know it. They're going to have to continue to test it. Both teams with all 3 timeouts here.
So call it 2nd and 8 here for Ferris State. As the Bulldogs get it to the Grand Valley State 46-yard line, we'll have the Preferred Office Machines post-game show on your radio dial, Sunny 97.3, once this game is all said and done here today from Top Taggart Field. Brady in motion, and another play that's going to be blown dead here.
I think Grand Valley jumped again.
Officials coming in quickly here as the linesman comes in.
Maybe multiple
and
players.
The Bulldogs, Jarvis Wyndham clapping, pointing in Grand Valley's direction.
Another penalty against the Lakers.
Defense number 57.
The Lakers
in the neutral
killing
zone,
themselves right now here with 5:53 to go.
I think they have multiple players that jumped into the neutral zone. So another Laker penalty right here. Let's see. You can't see it from that angle, but they had off of the left side of their defensive line multiple, I think at least one player for sure, and maybe multiple players jumped early into the neutral zone.
Of course, live coverage today on FloCollege with our video work courtesy of the Ferris State Television and Digital Media Production Program. Doing a great job as always here at Top Taggart Field. Tariq Brett in motion. Bulldogs with the hard count here, looking back to the sideline with 9 on the play clock.
5:35 to go and ticking.
2nd and 3 here after the penalty from the Grand Valley State 41. The Bulldogs will give it off to Carson Gulker, and he lowers the shoulder and gets it down to the Grand Valley State 30. Move the chains, a first down here for the Bulldogs.
Good run there by Carson Gulker, 6'4", about 240 pounds.
Player, number
dipping
21.
that shoulder, and
40 seconds on the play clock.
Your average quarterback there as he dipped that shoulder. Big time run right there, and this is the kind of Bulldog drive to end the game that can break your heart.
Ferris State to the 30. The Bulldogs need to get some points right here with 5.5 minutes to go here in the Anchor Bone Classic.
Reset the play clock here, so the Bulldogs don't necessarily have to rush to the line of scrimmage if they don't want to.
Ferris State will line up here as the Bulldogs have Bauer in the gun. Grand Valley State will send another man to the line of scrimmage.
Plenty of time. Bulldogs can run a lot of time off this clock, already under 5 minutes on the game clock.
Brady Rose in motion here as Wyatt Bauer will take the snap. Bauer going to give it off on the inside give to Tariq Brett. Got a couple yards here down to the 27-yard line.
So the thing is right here, Rob, the Bulldogs cannot come away empty-handed in terms of points. Any points that the Bulldogs get, the challenge becomes infinitely greater for Grand Valley.
Ferris State football live right here on the Voice of the Bulldogs, Sunny 97.3. Big thanks to all of our advertising partners for making this broadcast possible, including Campus Communities, PNC Bank, Factory Gym, and Meyer, all proud supporters here of the Bulldogs. Clock running here at 4:15 and counting. Play clock still at 5 seconds here as Tariq Brett will line up to the right. 1 second. The Bulldogs just get it away. A reverse to Rose, who tucks it in inside, out to the outside, stays on his feet, and has the first down here for the Bulldogs.
Great, a clever play call right there as they brought Brady Rose inside for the handoff there, and nice job of him handling the handoff, getting to the sideline, and I think he knew that he needed to try to stay in bounds as much as he could here, and the official says, hey, roll that clock, and we're under 4 minutes.
The Bulldogs are also in the red zone with the ball at the 18-yard line. 3:50 to go here as Ferris State leads it 31-24.
Ball security right now.
Bulldogs behind the Nasty Boys, trying to chew up some time and trying to find a way to punch another score on to salt this one away in the Anchor Bone Classic. Rose in motion. It'll be Bauer up the middle on the right. And he gets a good surge here down to the 13-yard line here on a pickup of 5.
Grand Valley player down on the field and trying to get that. I shouldn't say that. But Grand Valley player down, and hopefully he's going to be okay.
Officials timeout on the field for an injured defensive player.
We'll take a look at him here as they'll stop the clock at 3:26. 31-24 Ferris State lead as the Lakers training staff has to come out. But a hard-fought game here today, and we mentioned coming in, throw the records out the window, and Grand Valley State playing like a championship-type team here today against the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, Grand Valley is not playing like a 4-2 team. They have played a really good football game, and against probably most other teams in the country, Rob, they'd probably be up by 14 points right now.
Ferris State,
if not more.
Ferris State trying to finish off the Lakers here, though, to move to 8-0 on the year. The Bulldogs have had to do it today, minus a few key players due to injuries, which, of course, happens at this time of the season. Hopefully we'll have a chance to rest up some guys and get ready to go here for the final 3 weeks of the regular season. Might not get any easier. Northern Michigan, a team playing well. And then, obviously, you got Saginaw Valley, which beat Grand Valley last week, and Davenport always a challenge on the road.
Yeah, Northern Michigan was having a tough time today. I did look at that score. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick.
We'll try to get to all the scores here on the Preferred Office Machines post-game show. As Northern Michigan trailing against Michigan Tech. A big win for Michigan Tech, just became a final 56-17, so the Huskies responded in a big way.
They did, that was a big bounce-back win for them. They feel like they may still be knocking on the door of a playoff berth, and they want to keep themselves in contention for that.
Bulldogs will line up here as Jake Price has came on here, I believe, in the offensive backfield for Ferris State. So Price comes on here for the Bulldogs. First time we've seen him lined up in the backfield here today for Ferris State. Second down, the Bulldogs running this time as the clock restarted after the injury. They still have 20 seconds on the play clock. They could run this one inside of 3 minutes, and looks like that's what they're doing right here.
Absolutely right now. Of course, the Bulldogs also have all 3 timeouts as well. They can run this one all the way down if they want to and take a timeout.
Inside of 10 seconds on the play clock, 2:55 to play in the ball game. It'll be Wyatt Bauer here off the right side. Gets it down to the 10. Going to be about a yard short of the first down, it looks like.
Looks like Worcester's going to take his first timeout.
So Grand Valley State going to take timeout here with
charge,
2:48 to go in the ball game.
Grand Valley.
Of course, they'll get the timeout at the 2-minute timeout as well, which will help add to their ability to stop the clock. But right now they need to stop the Bulldogs. The Ferris State Bulldogs will have third and about 2 coming up here out of this timeout.
And I think that's the strategy with Scott Worcester, is to try to use his timeouts on the front end of the 2-minute timeout, and hopefully he can have the Bulldogs have to do something before the 2-minute timeout, and then that'll give him an extra timeout if he can keep the Bulldogs off the scoreboard. But right now, the Bulldogs, if they get on the scoreboard pretty much anyway, they're going to be in a really, really strong position right now if they can go up at least 10.
Of course, the Bulldogs and the Lakers in the first half, it was a high-scoring game, 28-24 at halftime, but that has kind of changed here in the second half. As, I think we have just a field goal here in the second half to show for it.
Exactly, and that's, the two halves have been polar opposite so far, with both teams being defensively much stingier, and I think these two defenses are playing more like what we expected in the very beginning.
So the Bulldogs out of this timeout now. If you're Ferris State, you probably rely on the guys up front, the Nasty Boys, as they try to finish this one off here for Ferris State. 3rd and 2. Bauer will line up here in the shotgun set. Rose in motion. It'll be Wyatt right up the middle, right into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Big touchdown there for Ferris State, and that takes a lot of wind out of that Lakers sideline as he busted through the middle. Looking a lot like Trinidad Chambliss did last year. Trinidad had a big run similar to that against Grand Valley. You could see the emotion from Wyatt Bauer as he gets to the sideline.
Right behind the middle of that offensive front, the Nasty Boys opening the hole. He walks into the end zone. to make it 37-24 with the extra point coming.
That's off the Jarvis Wyndham, Ben Pristula side.
Extra point by Steady Eddie is on the way and good. And the Bulldogs take a 38-24 lead with just 2:44 to go on a time-consuming drive capped by the Wyatt Bauer touchdown.
Well, that's a huge score right there for Ferris State as the Bulldogs needed to come away with some points there, and they did not want to come away empty-handed at all. They end up with the best of all worlds as they get the big touchdown right there to go up 14 points here. Grand Valley obviously going to have to work very, very fast. Ferris State drive, and this is what the Bulldogs really needed. 12 plays, 79 yards, 5 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. The Bulldogs get the run, 10-yard touchdown run from Wyatt Bauer. Steady Eddie Jewett with the PAT, and the Bulldogs take a 14-point lead with 2:44 to play in the fourth quarter.
Wyatt Bauer, the redshirt freshman from Corunna, leading the Bulldogs here as Ferris State builds a 2-score lead here with 2:44 to go. And Mitch Middleton will come on here in the special teams unit to kick it away here for the Bulldogs.
Be interesting to see if Mitch tries to boot this one through the back of the end zone or if he squibs it. I think it's going to be one of the extremes.
Middleton here
Or
with
Pooch.
a Pooch kick here. Going to be fielded by Weichel. Weichel turns upfield. He's got a hole and gets it out across the 35. Here is the Lakers will get set offensively. And
Bulldogs got to get away from that. Bulldogs got to get away from that. You got a 14-point lead. No sense in talking right now. Just get a lead right there. You can see the coaching staff, hey, get off the field. Coach Hodges right there getting his guys off the field here, just trying not to do anything that jeopardizes what you've been able to build to this point. So the Lakers will start 1st and 10 from their own 37, needing 2 touchdowns right now to change the complexion of this game. So the Bulldogs right now seeing Grand Valley's offensive unit come out here. Schuster's been the passing quarterback for the most part in this game, and they're going to rely on his arm.
Schuster will get set here. 4 receivers in the formation here for Grand Valley State with a man left side. Here is the extra protector here in the offensive backfield. 2:39 to play. Schuster back to throw. Quick throw here.
Knee down.
And knees here. The catch made, though, for Grand Valley State on the short gain here by Johnson out to the 41-yard line on a pickup here of about 4.
Lakers got to move quickly. They want to get another play if they can before this 2-minute timeout.
Grand Valley State quickly back to the line of scrimmage here as the Lakers will send 3 out to the wide side. Schuster looking to the right side and broken up by the Bulldogs. Jeremiah Housey comes in, and J5 able to knock that one away.
Good job there by House. He came in there like he was shot out of a cannon to get that deflection away as Grand Valley trying to look for those short passes, throwing underneath. Bulldogs obviously giving them a little bit of cushion to try to come up and make those tackles.
3rd and college, 6 to go here for Grand Valley. 2:12 to go in the ball game as the offensive personnel shifting around here for Grand Valley State. Schuster in the gun with a man to the left, trips right in a tight set here for GVSU. We'll see how the Bulldogs defend it. 3rd down here off the left side. Schuster to throw. Pressure coming across the middle and nearly intercepted. Flags are going to be thrown here against the Bulldogs.
They're going to get Jossie Madison, I think, with a little bit of a hold or pass interference, however you want to describe it there, as he had the big tight end on him.
They were looking for Fertney down at the Bulldog 45. Now the officials having the discussion.
I want to see this. See if we can see this replay here. Kind of hard to see on that one.
Giassi right there along with Fertney, and they're going to get the Bulldogs.
Pass interference.
For pass
Defense,
interference.
number 1. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul.
So spot
automatic
of the foul
first down.
will be a first down here for Grand Valley. 2:07 to go as they'll have it at the Ferris State 45. If you're the Bulldogs, maybe content to give up those intermediate routes, those intermediate routes rather than letting Grand Valley State try to strike downfield.
Coach Anise trying to get the fans fired up.
Coach Anise waving his arms here as Grand Valley State working out of the gun. Schuster gets set. Pressure coming. Schuster drops back. Hit as he throws. Nearly intercepted. Madison was there again along with Justin Payout.
Payout was over the top. G was trying to come in underneath. Good coverage right there by the Bulldogs.
Schuster a little shake it up right there. He took a shot as he delivered the football. Oof. 3 Bulldogs coming right at him. A little late getting there, but Maybe forced him to throw it a little bit sooner than he wanted.
Yeah, you just want him to hear those footsteps here. 2:02, painfully coming short of the 2-minute timeout, but it's probably the last play before the 2-minute timeout.
Schuster on 2nd and 10. Ball back to the 50-yard line as Grand Valley will line up. 2 off to each side here for the Lakers. Schuster to throw, inside, tipped up, but incomplete. The receiver could not hold on, and that'll be 3rd down coming up. Following the 2-minute timeout, 1:58 to go in the ball game. The Bulldogs with a 38-24 lead, trying to close it out here at the Anchorbone Classic.
Yeah, they were trying to hit Harrison Unger, the tight end, and they've been using their tight ends quite a bit. Harrison Unger, 6'2", 240 pounds, out of Davison right there, and that pass a little too hot to handle there as the Bulldogs dropping back in coverage, and you and I both talked about it here in the last few minutes or so. Bulldogs right now, you want to keep them throwing underneath, then come up, make the tackle, and try to keep them inbounds and have that clock continue to roll. You want to try to, if you can, to try to avoid letting them, use the sidelines, and you certainly don't want to give them anything deep over the top.
Ferris State football live today right here on FloCollege and Flo Sports, of course, on the Bulldogs Sports Network and Sunny 97.3. The Bulldogs right back at home here next week against Northern Michigan. 1 o'clock start at Top Taggart Field. Tickets on sale now at ferrisstatebulldogs.com/tickets. Got to give a big shout out to both the Bulldog fans and the Laker fans here today.
Yes.
Tremendous crowd here for the Anchorbone Classic.
Yeah, it's just the way this rivalry should be. The crowds at both venues in the last 3, 4, 5 years have been absolutely incredible, and why not for one of the great rivalries in all of college football, and certainly, I believe, the best rivalry in Division II college football.
GVSU here on 3rd and 10 from midfield here at the 50-yard line. Schuster in the gun here for the Lakers. Isaiah Byers walking closer to the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs will come with 4 on the pressure. Schuster across the middle and hauled in. Catch made by Kellen Reed inside the Bulldog 20 and out of bounds. So the Lakers not done just yet with 1:49 to go in the ball game.
And Coach Tyler Shreve getting some fresh bodies in on that defensive line. He wants to keep putting pressure on. Grand Valley able to hold up that Bulldog pass rush.
Lakers, some talented playmakers when you look at Reed and Weichel, and Reed found an opening in the Ferris State defense. That'll give the Lakers a 1st down here in the red zone at the 19. Schuster in the gun here for Grand Valley with Jolman to his left. Schuster looking to throw again. Hit as he throws.
He got smoked.
Hit hard by Marquis Jones, and Schuster is
he's slow to get up. That was
slow to get up.
He took all of that one right there. He finally works his way to his feet.
Schuster back up. He's battled here today for Grand Valley State.
He's going to come out, I think.
And it looks like they will make the change at quarterback here. Schuster's
saying I don't want to come out.
He doesn't want to come out, so
they're going to make. Well, they had all three quarterbacks out there at one point.
Olani Zach will head back to the sideline, so Schuster will stay out there. Jolman with him here on the offensive backfield. Stanley Lambert will come on here for Ferris State in the substitution. 2nd and 10 here for Grand Valley. Jolman rolls out right side. Schuster sets up the screen. He's got Weichel, Convoy ahead of him, and a touchdown for Grand Valley.
Yeah, nice job on the screen. Good call right there under the circumstances. So, you know what that sets up? It's going to set up an onside kick here coming up for the Lakers as well, first they need to make sure they get this PAT, which is a pretty good opportunity for them, of course, but just a great job. Bulldogs had a good blitz coming up the middle. Bulldogs had one shot at it probably right there by Justin Payout, but could not make the tackle.
Basic will line up for the extra point to make this a 38-31 ball game. 98 seconds left here in the Anchorbone Classic as Grand Valley State with a good drive right there. And the extra point try is up and good. So we got a 7-point ball game, 98 seconds left. And you mentioned it, the onside kick coming here for the Lakers. They do have 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, they do. Right now, their thing is going to be what's your best onside kick play. And, right now, the Bulldog coaching staff has been working with this special teams unit. Coach Rock, Coach Sugars, and others. Getting this special teams unit ready for what they know is to come here. We'll try to get a look at some of the hands guys that are going to be out there. Carson Gulker, you can see out there. Brady Rose, Tariq Brett.
Looks like LaShawn Mumfield. Bulldogs have Darian Kruja out there. Kevin Sims. So some Guys that you hope can hold on to the football if you're the Bulldogs.
Your hands team right there. You know that they work on this quite a bit. Tay Boyd out there as well.
Looks like Jeremiah Lee here to the near side for Ferris State. So we'll see how Basic elects to play this here for the Lakers as he'll line up here. Of course, Ferris State has 3 timeouts remaining. See if the Bulldogs maybe look at the formation and then try to take a timeout. Coach Anise talking with the linesman right down here below us at the 40-yard line.
Trying to take a look at this formation. Might be thinking timeout here. He wants to get a look at this formation. Will he use one of those timeouts?
We'll see if he does or not, as he has not called it just yet here. Grand Valley State going to shift. Basic here. Looks like he's going to kick it, as he'll kick it to the far side. And the Bulldogs will cover it up. Ferris State falls on top of it. And the Bulldogs will get the football and a chance to hopefully salt this one away with 96 seconds to go.
You know, I don't know. It's hard to tell how much time the Bulldogs spend on special teams versus other teams, but they spend a lot of time working on onside kick plays, and you could see they had their hands team out there and really did a good job. I believe that was LeSean Mumpfield.
Game clock operator, please set the game clock to 1:35. 1:35.
So the Bulldogs will take over here. 1:35 going to be the time. Here it'll be first down here at the Grand Valley State 45-yard line. Lakers have 2 timeouts as the Bulldogs will need a few snaps here of the football. They're going to line up here as Ferris State is going to give it to Wyatt Bauer here working out of the shotgun set.
You know, Coach Worcester's going to be near one of those officials. He's going to get a quick timeout as soon as they get a tackle.
Bulldogs may take one before they snap this football as they're looking back to the sideline. It looks like Coach Anise is going to use one right here. So the Bulldogs will take a timeout with 1:35 to play here. Wants to be sure. He was maybe trying to see what Grand Valley State was going to do. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout here. As if you're Ferris State, probably going to have to snap the football a few times here. The Lakers could stop it. The Bulldogs might have been trying to do the math down there on the sideline.
I think that's exactly what they were trying to do. I think might need to get a first down here. To try to get this thing going here. But, yeah, football does require a little bit of math here to try to figure it out. You know that Scott Worcester is going to want to get a quick timeout as soon as they get a stop. And he's got 2 left that he can use. And so, you know, the Bulldogs have a chance to really run close to a minute without getting a first down. If they get a first down, it's over.
Of course, we were talking with the Grand Valley State staff before the game, and going to be tough to take if you're the Lakers. You lose this game, maybe knocked out of playoff contention. And Super Region 3, this is a team that very well deserves to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, I would say if they lose today, I mean, essentially they'd need Ferris to lose like 3 times in the last part of the season.
Man in motion is Brady Rose. It'll be Wyatt Bauer on the keeper here off the right side for the Bulldogs, fighting for yardage. Gets it down to the Grand Valley State 39. Nice pickup here for Wyatt, and the Lakers will stop the clock here with 1:29 to go. So they can stop it one more time.
Timeout. Grand Valley. Please reset the game clock to 1:30.
Bulldogs big sweep again to Brady Rose and Wyatt Bauer right there. Grand Valley tried to see a defender tried to come in and punch it out there toward the end, but good job there by Wyatt Bauer to hang on to the football.
I think if you're the Bulldogs right now, probably not going to take it out of the hands of Wyatt Bauer with 90 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. This is one of those times where you don't even want to take a chance on a handoff right now. I mean, you just want to make sure you get a good snap. You trust Jarvis Wyndham there. He is your senior, one of your leaders on the team. You trust him to give you a good snap, and you just want to keep that ball, get a couple of hands on that ball, and go down and keep that clock rolling. Or at least force Scott Worcester to have to use his last timeout.
Of course, we'll have post-game coverage for you from here inside the Wheeler Pavilion on the Bulldogs Sports Network at Sunny 97.3. Once this one is all said and done, as the Bulldogs will line up, it'll be 2nd and 4.
Scoreboard operator,
here
please
from the
update.
39-yard
Grand
line.
Valley has one timeout remaining.
Yeah, okay.
One
Official
timeout.
just mentioned it
Thank
too.
you.
Okay, so we did get that corrected. Referee was looking at the same thing I was looking at.
They did add 1 second, so 1:30 to be exact here on the clock as the Bulldogs line up with Bauer here off the right side hash. Man in motion is Tariq Brett, as the Bulldogs have 15 on the play clock still, and we'll never know. Coach Anise may use another timeout right here.
Might well.
They'll send a man back in motion. It'll be Wyatt here on the handoff. Lowers the shoulder. He's going to be marked short of the first down, and maybe got a yard. It'll be 3rd and short coming up, and Grand Valley will take the timeout with 1:27 to go.
So we know without a first down, the Bulldogs can
3rd
certainly
and final
work it
charge
under
timeout. Grand
1
Valley.
minute, under the 1 minute mark. But again, if they get a first down, game is over.
So the Bulldogs here probably going to dial something up here as Grand Valley State out of timeouts. 1:27 to go. We'll have Coach Anise along with hopefully a couple Bulldog players. Tariq Brett, Justin Payout, I believe, going to join us here for the post-game press conference today to talk hopefully about an anchor bone victory if the Bulldogs can close this one out here at the final 1:27 today. Before what's been an electric atmosphere here at Top Taggart Field.
Yeah, just a tremendous crowd from both universities, and you know everybody. From what I can tell and what I've heard, everybody's conducted themselves really well, and it's just been a really great rivalry game here on a beautiful fall Saturday afternoon in Big Rapids in West Michigan. Bulldogs right now need a first down. Would love to get a first down.
Bulldogs will get set here as Ferris State lines up. Bauer in the gun here will send Brett in motion. Here on 3rd and call it 3 for the Bulldogs.
This is usually where Tony Anise is going to have the call here.
Bulldogs with 12 on the play clock here as Bauer will shift the offense. He'll send Tariq Brett back in motion. Bulldogs, I think, are going to take a timeout right here as Coach Anise was looking to see if they could get maybe the Lakers
Second
to jump
charge,
off sides
timeout.
again.
Ferris State.
Could not, and Bulldogs will take their second timeout here, so just one remaining here with 1:27 left in the ball game.
He's also just trying to see what they want to do, knowing that the run is coming, and you know it's a chess match here between two really good football coaches, trying to see what the other's going to do based on your formation, based on your tendencies, based on everything that you've scouted, and I think Tony trying to take a hard look at what their formation was, how they're going to play it, and maybe seeing what kind of counterplay. And if you're Scott Wooster, you're probably thinking the same thing and maybe going to change up a little bit what you're doing. But for the most part, Grand Valley knows that they have got to stop the run. They know the Bulldogs more than likely are going to run this football, but you never know. Tony Anise sometimes thinks a little bit unconventionally in a good way. And if he sees Grand Valley load up too hard in that box and sees some one-on-one coverage, he might try to take a shot. You can see Tay Boyd over there. He's going to have one-on-one coverage.
Bulldogs with trips to the right side of the formation here on 3rd and 3 from the 38. It'll be Carson Gulker. Gulker lowers it, and he's got the first down for the Bulldogs.
First down for Ferris State, and that's going to do it.
The end around to the incredible Gulk. And the clock keeps moving here with 1:20 left in the Anchorbone Classic. And the Bulldogs go to victory formation.
Wow, what a win right there. Carson took a pretty good shot at the end of that play, but he got the Bulldogs the first down that they needed, and that's going to do it.
From the 34, Ferris State over the football here as the Bulldogs going to have to snap it at least one more time, maybe twice here as they take the first snap. And we'll wait and see when the clock winds here. 50 seconds to go. They're going to have to snap it one more time to secure the anchor bone once more. It will remain in Big Rapids. 38-31, a hard-fought win here today against the Lakers.
How about Wyatt Bauer in his first Anchor Bone Classic? He's going to come away with a win.
He's the third different starting quarterback under head coach Tony Anise to beat Grand Valley State and do it in his initial appearance against the Lakers. So both Jared Bernhardt did it along with Jason Vanderlaan, I believe, according to Harrison Wada, who's helping us out in the press box here today.
Maybe in a press conference too. We never know.
That'll do it here for the Anchor Bone Classic as both teams right now jawing back and forth. They'll try to separate them. Ferris State wins it 38-31. Here is the Bulldogs hold on to the trophy. Ferris State defeats Grand Valley State to stay unbeaten here at Top Taggart Field.
Yeah, a little bit of a tussle at the end, but I think you're going to see these two teams start to shake hands here as cooler heads are going to prevail here, and when it's over, it's over, and you just shake hands and you move on. But I tell you what, Grand Valley played a really good football game. They would have probably beaten anybody else in the country today.
A hard-fought game, a lot of respect here between these two teams for the way this one went down here today as Ferris State wins it 38-31. The Bulldogs beat Grand Valley for the second straight year. They keep the trophy and move to 8-0 on the year. 22nd straight win for the Bulldogs, and the 24th in a row here at home, going all the way back to that last visit by the Lakers in 2022.
So the Bulldogs avenge that one right there. That was a hard-fought battle as well that Grand Valley was able to come away with the win, and this is a huge win for the Bulldogs, and really, honestly, a devastating loss for Grand Valley. More than likely eliminates them from playoff contention and GLIAC championship contention. There is Athletic Director Steve Brocklebank down on the field with the Anchor Bone Trophy that is going to remain here in Big Rapids.
He's holding on to it. I think some of the guys wanted it, but Steve's going to wait for Coach Anise to get there before he gives it to the guys as the handshakes finish here at midfield. Ferris State wins it over Grand Valley State. Probably not the last time we're going to see a game like this between these two West Michigan rivals.
Yeah, you know, this is the way it's been, and this is the way it should be between these two schools. And again, just a lot of respect. Things can sometimes become a little bit heated, but ultimately, you know, it's respect between two teams, a hard-fought rivalry, and really great to see it play out the way it did here. As hard-fought as it was, coming right down to the end, Grand Valley down by 2 touchdowns late. They get a touchdown, not successful on the onside kick recovery, and the Bulldogs able to run it out.
That'll wrap up our coverage right here on Ferris State Television and FloCollege as the Bulldogs will celebrate with the Anchor Bone Trophy. The Bulldogs win it 38-31 over GVSU. We'll have coverage next week as Ferris State plays host to the Northern Michigan Wildcats here in GLIAC football action. Big thanks to our entire crew here today on FloCollege. We'll take a quick timeout. Back in 2 minutes with the Preferred Office Machines postgame show right here on Sunny 97.3.